toolbox charm, a roadside delight. Through each curve, dreams take flight. We're just two souls with simple aims. Black ink's the magic in our frames. Drawing lines, cross state lines, from desert's edge to coastal signs.
Welcome to Two Poor Artists, where we're poor at taking road trips, but mostly we're poor at making art. I'm Isaac.
And my name is Benj.
And today, dear viewers, you can see our faces because we are taking the first ever Two Poor Artists road trip. Now you might be wondering, why are the two poor artists leaving the studio? Why are they venturing out into the dangerous world beyond the comforts of home? Well, it's because we have a fan.
You might not believe it, but someone watches our videos.
They shouldn't, but apparently they do. In fact, we have a #1 fan who lives right here in the same state as us in Topak, Arizona. Now, if you've never heard of Topak, Arizona, that is because no one has. But that's okay, because we are going to take you on a journey across the state today for one important reason. Now, some of you might know we had an auction a few months back to raise money for the children. And at that auction, our #1 fan submitted a bid for our first ever book and lost.
The bids got too high, too fast.
And that's just the problem. In fact, we heard that this fan even tried to contact the winner and buy the book from them at a premium and was turned down, which again, shocking that anybody wants our book that much. But
I expected it to sell for like $1.
But we heard, and we are responding today by bringing
this handcrafted version of the book.
A handcrafted, hand-printed, hand-bound version of our book for our #1 fan. So join us today as we drive across the state, and we'll see you soon. Wait, we'll see you soon?
Well, this is the beginning of the video.
Oh yeah, buckle up. We are headed to Topak, Arizona. Hopefully by this time you've taken a Google search, the time to Google search it, and you found out that it's in the middle of nowhere in northwestern Arizona.
You say by this time, but most likely with editing, it's just like
they could have.
after.
That's what pausing was invented for. You pause the video. But the point is, to get to Topak, Arizona, you first have to leave Mesa, Arizona, which is where we currently reside. So we're headed off.
Well, do we want the whole internet to know, like, even generally where we are?
I mean, no, the fans might swarm us, but the one fan already knows. Our one main fan already knows where we live. Like, she's been to our church.
It's true.
The point is, to get to Topak, Arizona, you first have to go and take many, many stops. So we're going to make this a little interesting. Our first major stop is actually to a grocery store. That's right, because the two poor artists, although prepared to snack, are missing one major ingredient.
Something hard to find.
Hard to find, but the only kind of water we drink. Here we are at Bevmo.
With an exclamation point.
With an exclamation mark.
Supported.
Check it out. All right, where do they keep their water?
I don't see a water cellar.
A water cellar? You think they sell it by the keg? Sad news, everybody. Bevmo doesn't keep our brand of water in stock anymore. Our favorite water. They stopped shipping it a month ago.
So sad. But don't worry, we got ourselves some Reese's to console us.
I can't believe they don't have our water.
It's so... Even the rapper.
Even the rappers. That was horrifying. Well, to try to console ourselves, we're going to the #1 stop for poor artists or even good artists anywhere. Hobby Lobby. Do you feel better yet?
No. Do you feel better yet?
No. Do you feel better yet?
No.
Me
You feel
either.
better yet?
Nope, nope. Do you feel better yet?
A little. How about you?
I'm getting there. Do you feel better yet?
Still getting there. How about you?
At least it's yarn week.
Mm-hmm.
You feel better yet?
I do. How about you?
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good.
Are you gonna write like spells with it, or what are you gonna write with it?
Oh, just art.
Oh, I see. Oh, like calligraphy, or
Like drawings and
oh, like actual drawings. Okay.
yeah.
So our PR team just wanted us to let you know everything that we just did in that store is the worst.
It is. We're artists, and we went around like recording ourselves in the store
Mm-hmm.
and taking pictures, and we had like a tripod.
Yeah, like we were like vlogging, like vloggers.
We're not proud of it.
Don't copy us.
No.
We're gonna continue doing it for your entertainment, but just know, we know it's the worst.
We did get ink though. I will say, despite our terrible letdown at Bevmo, we still do have many wonderful beverages for this journey to Topak.
Mm-hmm.
Starting with white Gatorade,
Mm-hmm.
the only Gatorade consumed by the two poor artists.
Yeah, and the blackest drink we could find, even though we couldn't find the black water, Dr. Pepper, which tastes better than black water.
Cheers.
We'll wait on that cheers for just a moment while we show you some of the other stuff.
All right.
Apparently, soda in a car.
Something about being shaken, not stirred.
We got Oreos, the Two Poor Artists official cookies,
Yes, indeed.
black and white.
The only cookie consumed on this road trip.
Mm-hmm. We also got the, it's kind of cheating, but it's just cookies and cream, you know.
Yeah, because when you call
Pop-Tart
it,
knockoff.
because cookies and cream is just Oreo, and everybody
Yeah.
knows that. But when you can have cookies and cream flavored Oreos, which they do make,
Mm-hmm.
that really makes you start thinking there must be a difference.
Yeah. And there's so many cookies and cream flavored things, and they're always black and white, which means that we can always eat them. Okay. Cheers.
Cheers. So the first official stop on the Two Poor Artists road trip isn't actually Topak. Technically, it was Bevmo, and then it was Hobby Lobby, and
Right.
now it's
right.
the I-10. But our official first stop
Mhm.
is actually going to be something that you've all heard in childhood songs.
Yep.
We are going to the London Bridge.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Like, the London Bridge is falling down.
Yep.
That London
same
Bridge
London Bridge
Is right here in Arizona,
Mm-hmm.
up at Lake
You
Havasu.
would have never guessed.
You would never guess, because apparently it all fell down and they all put it back together,
Mhm.
but
In
they got a little
Arizona.
confused and put it together in Lake
Yeah.
Havasu City.
Which is quite far away.
It is far away, not as far as Topak though, so onward.
I meant from, like, London.
Oh yeah.
Like just accidentally put it up in Arizona. It's
well, I
kind of
mean,
weird.
it's like the king said something. They're like, king is like, the bridge fell down, put it up, Havasu, and they're like, what? And they're like, well, at Lake Havasu, and he's like, just do what you heard,
Yeah,
as you do.
he hates clarifying himself.
Hey, it's Claire. You don't make the king does not repeat himself.
No.
So here it is, Lake Havasu.
Yep.
Only how many miles?
Like till till we get to
Yeah, how long?
the bridge.
How long till?
I think we have like 3 or 4 days.
3 days. Here.
Maybe I
we-
put in the wrong London Bridge.
London Bridge. It's the best. Do you remember those old commercials? The London Bridge.
I don't.
Well, it had a little jingle. It was something like that.
So obviously you didn't, tune in just to watch us drive and embarrass ourselves in stores. You want to see some drawings.
Yes, we are, above all else, poor artists. This is the Two Poor Artists road trip. So there will be art, periodically and sporadically sprinkled through.
Mm-hmm. So I got my notebook.
What exciting
Which
topic are we going to draw
It's
first?
full of art already. I think we've shown you guys some of those.
These are what are going to
past
pay for our
videos.
great-great-grandchildren's college education.
Mm-hmm.
You know, once we're famous and someone's like, they'll sell a page off at an auction.
Yep. So I think in honor of us being on the I-10, I'll draw I-10.
Of course, as you do.
Yes. What kind of puns? See, you guys get to see some of the behind the scenes part where we're trying to
The part where we
come
sit
up with puns.
and our artistic brains marinate inside of our berets
Mm-hmm.
and produce the art that you get to see.
Yes. So
It's a long, grueling process.
I-10. There's the obvious puns with the word I,
Oh yeah.
right? Are there any obvious puns with the word 10? Could 10 mean
10.
anything else? 10, 10.
Like, you're going to tan now? Is that what I'm hearing?
No. 10. 10. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10.
You can hear the marinating.
Like, I could just draw 10 eyes. That's an option.
I-10.
Kind of like practicing my eyes.
You could draw my
That
Pokemon
would
from
be,
recent,
that would be
our
so
recent
close
video
to your
with
Pokemon.
multiple eyes coming out of
And
the
that
back.
was so disturbing.
Yeah, so don't do that.
I don't want to do that.
No one wants to
I
see
can
that.
just draw the road.
Like just
The-
what we're
the
saying.
iPad.
See, here's the thing. This is we were discussing this earlier. One of the greatest things about the road is the color scheme that
Mhm.
we've all decided on for the road.
Yes.
Right? Black and white.
Yep. Black
Now-
road, white dots.
Yeah. It's just
Opposite of paper.
clearly designed by an artist.
Mm-hmm.
Now you've got the occasional yellow line.
Yeah.
Don't even get me started on construction where they start
the
throwing
yellow-
in orange.
Yeah. The other lines, though, at least they're like warning. Like, don't go anywhere near
Yeah,
here.
it's a bad
Like,
thing.
this is bad.
It's like don't stray. Stay on the straight and narrow, the
You
black
want
and
black
white.
and white. Only good thing on the road.
So the I-10.
Yes. I am drawing the I-10. I think I will draw at least some eyes because,
It's the only good pun.
yeah, and I can practice my eyes.
I will say, I don't know what's going to be more difficult, drawing like we do in the studio or drawing in a moving vehicle. There's a little shake to the road at the moment.
Oh, so true, so true. Let's see. Let's draw.
Let's. I can reach over and help every once in a while.
Well, I've got. So obviously, as always, I will start with nose first because there is no other way. Oh man, his lips. I mean, they're not necessarily worse than normal, but
It's harder to ridicule the art when I can't look at it.
yeah, keep your eyes on the I-10.
My eyes are on the I-10. All 10 of them.
See, I'm not going to use that pun. Okay, and then I know the pun. I've got the pun. I'm just gonna draw real quick here because I don't want to keep you guys waiting in suspense for more than a half an hour.
Are we there yet?
But with the drawing or the location?
You know, both. London Bridge. It's the best.
It is quite catchy.
It is. It's stuck in my head. And you go down to the bridge store and you buy yourself a London Bridge. Or maybe you're supposed to visit the London Bridge. You think there's a gift shop
At the London Bridge?
at the London Bridge?
I bet so. There's like the whole island.
Yeah. London Bridge Island. Although I don't know if that's actually what it's called.
Yeah, I think it's called like Lake Havasu Island or something.
That's boring. Maybe they'll rename it in honor of us.
The Two Poor Artists Island.
Yeah.
Would that be better or worse than a hotel?
Having an island?
Yeah,
Island sounds prestigious, but
it sounds harder.
it does, doesn't it?
And do islands make money, like, just naturally? I feel like hotels by default.
Yeah, you can't live off an island. You can live off of a hotel. You can live on an island,
Yeah,
but
but I feel like if you own an island, you're like wasting money.
yeah, but like, I think once you become a hotel baron,
Mm-hmm.
then you can start buying up islands.
Right.
You know, there's something. You buy a yacht, you buy an island, you buy a private jet, a
Mm-hmm.
nose first jet
Yes,
to go with our nose first yacht.
the best kind of.
Oh, but it all starts with a hotel. Every dream does.
Yep. Which is why, I mean, we're hoping that on this trip someone gives us a hotel.
Oh,
Maybe the hotel we stay at.
tire in the road.
Oh no. Okay,
We survived.
I'm gonna draw in this drawing. There's gonna be a person that's backseat driving, and you're not gonna see that person because that would mean drawing another person.
Yeah, to just, you know, they're in the back. Kind of like how Josh is in the corner back there. He doesn't talk very
Yeah.
much though. London Bridge, it's the best.
He's gonna sing that the whole trip.
Well, they say to get something unstuck from your head, you're supposed to sing it out loud to an audience.
Is that working for you?
You know.
I'm trying to draw the inside of a car. Oh man, this guy. He has an unfortunate car, that's for sure.
I just got my first glimpse. It's not pretty.
Oh,
Ooh.
it's getting worse.
Ugh. Just know I'm aiming for every pothole I can find. Not to hurt you, to help you. That way you have something to blame it on later.
Yeah. Oh man, this car. Is it even a car that he's in? Okay.
Show the good people.
Here it is. Wait, let me title it I-10, and I'll name and age. It's not real art without name and age.
I mean, I know they were going for efficiency when they named all of the highways of America with like numbers and letters, but I think honestly it's harder to remember than if you were like the Two Poor Artists Highway.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, we should definitely rename at least one of them.
There's no yellow lines on that.
No.
Alright,
Okay,
what you got
here
for
it
us?
is. Here's the beautiful art. See, the pun is the person told them get on the I-10, so they put on their 10-eye glasses.
Ah,
They said not that kind. That's the pun.
your guy looks like something that would be found in the deep ocean,
Mm-hmm.
driving a car.
Yeah, some eldritch horror
Yes, indeed.
driving his car.
Eldritch horrors, the only thing we apparently know how to draw recently.
Well, we drew a Persian horror.
Persian horrors, Eldritch horrors. Stay tuned for more horror.
Mm-hmm.
Two poor artists on a road trip spree, drawing pictures with the waves and breeze. Nose in hand, it's a sight to see. With black ink, it's artistry. California dreams, they cruise the shore. London Bridge, they couldn't ask for more.
I spy with my artist's eye something black.
Is it the ink in my ballpoint pen?
It is.
My turn. I spy with my artist's eye something black.
Is it the ink in this ballpoint pen?
It is.
We just passed under Sore Finger Road. And I think this is a good time in the road trip to just take a moment and honor the artist that road is named after.
Drew so much that his finger became sore.
Yeah. Little do people know his name was actually Drew Sorefinger. The third.
Yep.
He was the third in a long line of sore fingers. All artists.
Yeah, you can't be any other job with that name. I mean,
No.
maybe someone who hammers nails exclusively, but
Nail hammerers and artists. We salute you. Going into Food Mart. One of the most exciting stops on this trip.
this is like torture.
This is the temperature all rooms on Earth should be kept at. Where are you going? Come back. Lame. You can get a block of ice. Like we're Olaf and Kristoff and Sven. You can be my Sven. They never have one that says "Two poor artists." It's just so hot. So hot out here. Like at least 1,000,000 degrees.
Okay, we just swapped who's driving. Time to get us there actually on time now.
On time? Are we
Yeah, I don't actually.
trying to
drive
meet
fast.
a time schedule that
Yeah.
is just now being
And,
presented?
and that makes it seem like I drive faster than you. Or
Yeah,
something.
like you drive slow.
I drive the speed limit.
Everyone knows that of the two poor artists, I guess I'm the slower. You're the... Anyway,
Yeah, you draw slower.
we draw opposite of how we drive.
Wait, this isn't where I want to go.
Oh my gosh. You're bringing us to LA, man.
Wait,
We're not ready for Hollywood.
Where's? Okay.
Just go straight. No, don't.
No,
just go straight.
but-
Turn around.
Okay.
We're not
Okay,
even...
We're good.
I take
Well-
back everything good I said about your driving. Everything.
Well, I wanted to get on the 95, but
That's the dead end.
there was no
You're
95.
gonna bring us to Rattlesnake Gulch.
There was no 95 like entrance from that
It's
direction.
full of rattlesnakes and gulches. Let's try this again. Onward to Topak. Going
Yes.
definitely the right way
That's
now.
correct.
Yes.
Way.
This is
And-
definitely not the wrong way anymore.
And
Rattlesnake
safely.
Gulch is behind us. Topak and its wonders await. So, Lake Havasu City is where Lake Havasu is. It's also where the aforementioned London Bridge is currently located after it fell down and was put back together over here.
Yeah.
Much like Humpty Dumpty, except
That's
couldn't
not
be put back
in
together
Arizona. Yeah, because it wasn't.
You'll also notice that the road has become a bit more bumpy, or maybe you haven't. We
Yeah.
have.
Maybe our editing skills are so supreme.
Maybe that's true, maybe that's a big old lie. Either way, I'm going to draw Lake Havasu City. Now there is one big problem with drawing Lake Havasu City, or maybe I'll just draw Lake Havasu. That's not the problem though. The problem is I am using my phone to record this entire adventure, and I have no idea how to spell Havasu.
Yeah. And I'm driving, so I can't look it up for him.
And he won't let me look it up on his phone.
Yeah, I don't trust Isaac with my phone.
Because of all those things I've done in the past, which are none. The point is, Lake Havasu City. What to draw? Blank canvas?
The perfect starting
The
point.
perfect starting point, yes indeed. Lake Havasu. What do you do at Lake Havasu?
And you say you've never done anything. I remember you texting people on the phone
You're talking about
many
like
a time.
in junior high?
No,
We're adults now.
yeah, the last time I let you have my phone.
I don't know anything about Lake Havasu other than the London Bridge is there, and it's somewhat near Topak. So we're just gonna have to go completely blind here. This may look to the untrained eye like it's nose first. Trust me, it's not a nose.
Oh, that's dangerous.
Isn't it though?
You know, I've realized something that, like, normally on our channel, you guys just watch us draw, and, you know, one of us talks more while the other one's drawing. But this time, since one of us is
It's a
driving,
bump, it's like a roller coaster.
yeah,
It's like trying to do a drawing on a roller coaster. It's not advised.
Yeah.
Sorry, you were saying?
Here's another. I was just saying, like, I'm driving and you're drawing, so there's a little bit less conversation than usual.
Yeah, I mean, that's just how driving works. You can't really, you have to focus, especially on this road.
Yeah, the roller coaster that
This
we're
is
on.
the kind of road that you'd expect to see both a tumbleweed and a roadrunner running across. You know,
And a coyote chasing.
a coyote chasing it. We are pretty much exclusively in the Arizona desert during this road trip, which means there's not a whole lot to see other than scrub brush,
Lots of mountains. Lots of brown.
blue skies.
Yeah, I like the Arizona landscape though.
So it's more interesting than most other places.
Yeah.
At least we have mountains.
Mm-hmm.
Try to do a road trip across like Oklahoma, and it's just not
Nothing.
mountains.
Yeah.
Wisconsin, just filled with cheese stands,
Just cheese everywhere.
just piles of cheese
You just
melting
like
in the
get
sun.
cheese in your mouth as you're driving.
And it's not like we're driving across Australia where you would just die.
Yeah.
Spiders would just fall into your car, into your lap. Sharks swallow up the car. Kangaroos punch you through the window.
Or London, where the flavor would just get sucked out of you
It's true.
with their flavor vacuum that they have there. So what's this light on the dashboard that's just two cars and a star?
That's the one that's warning us that we've almost hit somebody. Even though
There's
we
no-
haven't
there's
seen
no
another
one.
car in probably
There's
20 miles.
yeah. We're alone on this
It
road.
never turns off,
Oh,
except it does turn on. So you start the car and you just count down.
Right.
Eventually it turns
eventually
on.
turns on.
It did this in the driveway, not near anything, with the car in park.
Yeah. But like at least there were cars within the mile of you. Like there's nothing. I look forward, no cars. Look behind me, no cars. But apparently I've just about hit one.
Yeah, it's rough.
I was hoping it was like praising me with a star. Good job not hitting someone, star.
Not even a little.
Oh, there's some cars. They do exist still.
This might be the road we heard about. We were told by our fan and their family that there is a long highway leading to Topak that is just terrifying because it's just a 2-lane highway with semi-trucks and cement trucks coming at you in the opposite lane.
Right.
I think we've made it.
That seems to be this one, although there's just not very many cars.
There's something
We
about
must be going at a good time.
there's something about not having a median on a road that's just frightening.
That's true, especially like a highway. Like we're going, highway speeds. And yeah. I was gonna try to figure out how to use your cruise control.
Can't use cruise control once that light has come on.
Oh. How unfortunate.
It's really something I should look into.
Yeah. Not having cruise control on road trips is kind of annoying.
We're going in a car this car feels bad to be taking us on a road trip, Like, this car could be driving anybody. You could have the president of the, well, this may be a bad example. The point is, you could have lots of people in this car, and the car would be very pleased to drive,
Right.
Two Poor Artists road trip, it's fighting back.
But at least we have this fluffy steering wheel.
I am quite... That actually came from our very first fan.
Oh.
Our very first fan donated that just for this road trip. Unknowingly, but... just, We also... This is probably a good time to give a shout out to our other fan. We have lots of fans, apparently.
Yeah.
Only one that we're willing to drive across the state for.
Surprised.
But the Two Poor Artists were given us exclusive water bottles just for this road trip. Unknowingly, of course, but hey, it's a good time to use them.
Very true.
All right, now back to the drawing. When you think of Lake Havasu, of course you think of the Lake Havasu sea monster.
Oh yeah, of course.
The Lake Havasu sea monster.
Because we draw Eldritch Horrors now.
Apparently that's just what this month demands of us.
How many legs is that?
It has 1, 2, 3, 4. It has 6.
Oh,
Not an octopus.
So it's a squid.
It's a squid, yeah. A giant squid.
Makes sense. That's the 2-4 artist's official animal, I think.
I think you're right.
The one that generates ink.
Yeah.
Is there a black and white squid?
If so, we're getting an aquarium when we get back, and we're just putting it in.
Just like get an albino.
And then we can
squid.
tickle it every once in a while and get ink.
Yeah.
Yeah. Think of how much money we'd save. We wouldn't have to go to Hobby Lobby and buy out of, what is it, sorrow buy? Is that what we did? It's not panic buying. We were panic. We were in sorrow.
Yeah, sorrow.
Sorrow buying.
Yeah, it must be a thing.
It is now. Yeah, we sorrow buy. We don't even need that ink.
Nope.
We got
Yeah.
half a gallon in the back.
Plus our pens that have pre-ink installed.
It's true. But when you're feeling low because your favorite water brand isn't in stock, there's nothing better.
Well, was that like a trying to sell the cups or?
I think it was go out there and sorrow buy.
No,
2-4 artists approved.
normally people don't see the embarrassing actions we do on our channel.
Yeah, we're more awkward.
Yeah, you probably didn't believe that we could be more awkward than we already are.
I like the looks we got when we went into Food Mart and we have berets and pocket protectors because this is artist attire.
Yeah.
Proper artist attire.
Right.
But I don't know if the world's ready for it yet.
No.
Like, there was a couple of guys, camo, cowboy hats,
Yeah.
6 guns, not a 6-shooter, 6 guns.
Yeah.
They looked like they were going to take us into the beer cooler and beat us senseless. But I think they understood once they saw the pocket, they're like, oh, these are artists.
Yeah. Yeah. They might draw us if we do that.
We don't want this. We're real good at sketch artist drawing, as you've seen on the channel.
Yeah. There's no way anyone's getting away. Not if we're drawing it. But it's better than when we were in the Hobby Lobby and we were buying the ink. We were asked if we were going to use the ink to write down spells.
Yeah, I don't know the kind of person that asks that and looks at us and asks that.
Yeah, like
we come in dressed in like a witch's hat with a, like a crooked nose and
but like we have
a cauldron that we're dragging around.
Pocket protectors with pens in them.
Yeah, you don't expect.
Like, are we
really the type that are writing
witches
in
and
our
warlocks?
spell book? Yeah, there's y'all need to pray for that girl. She was quite.
Like, I understand the world we live
Jesus.
in. I'm sure there's plenty of people going in there buying ink
but
to
you
write
don't
spells.
go to Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby is like the Christian's
God's
it's
store.
God's craft store. That's where Jesus would have gotten his ink. Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we're getting into sacrilegious territory.
But wearing berets and pocket protectors with pens in them, we're clear. I mean, we're something. That's for sure. But not witches and warlocks.
Definitely not.
Perhaps worse, the thing that we are. Vloggers. Unfortunately, is what we are.
We're just artists with a fan. Most artists don't have fans in their lifetime. They have to die.
Yeah.
So the fact that we have one fan that's so dedicated that we're willing to drive across state to see her,
is that
bring her a book,
her dedication, or is that us?
I think it's time to see the drawings. So, Lake Havasu. I still haven't seen a road sign on knowing how to spell it yet.
Right.
So I'm just gonna go with, what I've got so far. I'll give it a title and name and age in a second. But you see, we have the Lake Havasu sea monster, the giant squid, and he's got, he hands out suits. So you're a dude, you're in need of a wife,
Sue.
a sue. You just go to the sea monster and you say, "I'm here," and the sea monster says, "Well, here, have a sou, and just plops one down in your boat.
What if you're like a modern movie writer and you need a Mary Sue? Does he provide those?
Mary Sue. I mean, there's all varieties of sous. You know, he keeps them in his Kraken den.
Right.
Have a Sue. Have a Mary Sue. Have a, you know. But you can't go asking for like other names. You know, people who are real specific. They're like, I only date people who aren't named Sue. You can't go to this sea monster. The lake. Is it a sea monster? I think it's a lake monster.
Right.
You can't have a sea monster if you're not in the sea.
Although they apparently have a beach. It's legal to have a beach next to a lake, apparently.
Yeah, we're gonna attempt to go to the beach. They also have a lighthouse, apparently, so that ought to be a thing.
Yeah, for all those boats to get lost on the lake.
But just one more time, here it is, Lake Havasu. If this isn't there, I'm gonna be slightly disappointed.
It's not.
He's wandering in the desert, and he found refuge on God's pinky.
You know, I think we reference holes a lot on this channel.
We do reference holes a lot, it's true, but you can't look at that rock up there and not think of holes.
Yeah.
Holes had God's thumb, this is God's pinky.
Yeah, like, can you imagine?
All I know.
If he did find refuge on there, and he's like, I gotta write it down.
Yeah.
I guess it was on God's.
Refuge on God's pinky. All I know is there's onions growing up there. Onions and peaches. Well, we decided to have it our way and go to Burger King. Not really much of a choice, though. We're here in Parker, Arizona, and this seems to be the only place to eat.
Yep, I don't see anywhere else.
So let's hope it's good. That's just unsettling.
It's just so unsettling.
So we've decided to take a slight detour on our trip to Topak and cross into the great state of California.
Look, great
in size and population.
Okay, yeah.
Being an Arizonan, you're born with an innate sense of kind of uneasiness about California.
Yeah. Because you cross the border and get taxed for something.
You do get taxed, and gas prices do jump $1, so it is quite frightening.
You're lucky if it's only
Nonetheless, we are going to cross, we think, right up here into the great state of California, just so we can say things like the two poor artists and their three-state, escapade, our three-state journey.
Yeah.
This is a bridge.
Is it like a walking bridge?
I think it's a train bridge.
A train bridge.
Yeah, a train bridge. They train it inside.
Enough to sign proof we're here.
All right, here it comes. Welcome to California.
Can I pull into this dirt?
Dirt. That's California dirt.
Are we parking and doing anything?
This is the part you don't normally see in vlogs. We're just turning right around. Yep, we're being honest about it. We just did it just to say we were here.
Outhouse with a little outdoor seat.
I'm not showing the outhouse. All right, here we go. Welcome to Arizona.
The Grand Canyon State.
The Grand Canyon. Oh, see, I was saying it was the great state of Arizona. It's actually the grand state of Arizona.
Yep.
The great state of California and the grand state.
And I'm just going to say, grand's better than great.
Grand is better than great.
Like, you don't have great parents, you have grandparents.
I have great parents. You have great parents too. But one day, they aspire to be grand. I've never been to the Grand Canyon.
That's weird.
Yeah, it is. I've lived here my whole life and never seen it. It's probably just like right over there. Pirate's Den?
Oh, beach bar, steakhouse, Emerald Canyon. Well, like, there's golf courses on that side of the road and that side of the road.
You must hit it over.
Do you play? And then how do you get from
Maybe you go
one side
under.
to the other?
Maybe there's like a walkway underneath the freeway.
That'd be such a weird, like...
That's how you know it's a good golf course, when you have to walk under the freeway.
But like, and you're hitting it over the freeway. Like, cars that are here, like, in the hitting zone.
That'd be pretty funny, actually.
We can do that when we open up the Two Poor
Artists golf course?
Golf course or
Outside of the
country
hotel?
club.
Country club.
like name another dam.
The Roosevelt Dam.
That's not as popular.
It's not. That's not what you said.
I've probably been there too. Where's that?
It's in Arizona.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've been to that one too.
Oh, it's recording this embarrassment. I'm stuck. And I can't get the...
You have to take your seatbelt
I
off.
dropped the remote. That's not safe. The Two Poor
It's-
Artists legal team would not be happy with what's about to happen next. This is proof we made it to the Colorado River.
Mm-hmm. Although it looks more like a lake from here.
It does. It's quite wide. Ah. Oh, my lord, it's beautiful. That's what I'll say if we can see Parker Dam.
Oh, okay.
And it's like majestic.
right.
You know, like,
And not tiny and insignificant like it probably is.
I'm sure we won't even see it. We're
Yeah.
probably driving on it right now.
Probably.
But if you gotta
You
practice
never, you never know.
I gotta practice my awe-stricken
What if it
face.
puts Hoover Dam to shame?
Then we probably would have heard of it.
Yeah. I'm not usually.
But here's the thing, Parker Dam. I think dams are all about how they're named.
Mm-hmm.
Hoover Dam. Everyone knows Herbert Hoover, the man who invented the vacuum cleaner
Yeah.
and was president.
Right.
Not many remember Parker, except for Peter Parker.
Yeah.
If
Like,
Spider-Man
there's-
made a dam,
Yeah.
everyone
like,
would know.
Like if we go past it and it's like
Oh.
clearly made by a spider,
If
We'll
it's,
know.
if it's a spider dam, then
like spider themed at least.
spider, like a big mural.
Yeah, like a web, it's made out of a web. It looks
Well,
like.
then that's why I'm practicing my.
Yeah, like even if it was smaller than Hoover Dam,
Yeah,
like it'd be worth it.
it would be. But so far, it's just a bunch of dirt. Just entered Lake Havasu City, home of the London Bridge.
Mm-hmm.
And it's an artist's dream to draw something from a nursery rhyme. It's one of the reasons we're here today. I've always wanted to draw Humpty Dumpty,
Mm-hmm.
but he's much harder to find. It's nice when they relocate a or a nursery rhyme item to relatively your home area, like your
Right.
home state, you know? I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more to be the man who walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door.
I don't like that song.
But here's the thing.
What I'm supposed to say the thing?
We rehearsed. Well, I figured you'd have.
Oh,
Here's the thing.
well, I mean, this is just kind of unrelated because I have no clue what your train of thought is. But
I'll just give us.
everyone knows the best way to get your art prompts is from sermon titles.
Yes.
There it is in all of its watery glory, Lake Havasu, which also is just the Colorado River. But somewhere out there is the London Bridge of ye olden lore. We are now crossing onto the London Bridge.
Oh, look, you can see the English flags.
Yes, the English flags. All right, everybody, all together now. London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady. Build it back with bricks and sticks and iron and my fair lady.
Break and wash away.
My fair lady. We are now on the other side of London Bridge, heading to London Bridge Beach.
Lake Havasu Beach, I think.
London Bridge. It
Oh, it
literally
is.
says,
Okay,
"Welcome
well,
to
you're
London
right.
Bridge Beach."
You're right when you're
No
right.
one cares about anything else other than the London Bridge.
Watch for children. There must be dinosaurs around, because that's where children gather.
Children do like dinosaurs. London Bridge. It's the best. That is life-changing. We just drove across a nursery rhyme.
We've arrived at London Bridge Beach. We're set with our art supplies and ready to enter the water. But also not dressed for the water, so we probably won't be doing that. We were disappointed to learn they don't have any of those swan pedal boats. But now it's time for art.
Here it is, the Great Vermilion Lighthouse.
Replica. The problem is having to off-road to apparently even get within spitting distance.
This is great footage of up and down.
I hope nobody at home is motion sick. I'm starting to get there.
Yeah, how'd that car get there?
Yeah.
Here, let me zoom in here. See, now you can really see that.
Yeah.
That.
A Vermilion Lighthouse replica
Yeah.
out here
All
on
its,
the island.
all its glory. It might look small on here, but trust me, it's smaller than it looks.
You didn't know there was going to be an off-roading portion of this road trip. Neither did we.
All road trips require a little portion of roadlessness.
I'm going to put it into four-wheel drive. There. Four-wheel drive.
Four-wheel drive.
Activated.
Now we're smooth sailing.
Yeah, I don't even feel it because of the four wheels. This might be the only lighthouse in Arizona. Because why would there be another one?
Why have more than one? Look at how small it is as we approach it.
It's getting
like,
smaller.
It's like a toy. Wait, are there fireworks just like in the road?
Yeah, this is concerning, you know.
Fireworks just in the middle of the road.
All right,
Someone was doing some 4th of July shenanigans down here.
let's get out.
The good news is it's only 120 degrees out here. The bad news is the lighthouse is barely taller than Benj.
Yep, but I got my 6 pens ready to draw it.
All right. The Vermilion Lighthouse. There, now you know a little bit more about it if you pause the video. Here we are, Lake Havasu. Take a look. This is, I think, what they call a 360-degree view, except it's only 180. Yeah. Time to draw. We have retreated back to our car so that we don't melt, as artists are prone to do.
I love this weather.
I can't understand. It is 120 outside.
It's not that hot.
It's horrible. But nonetheless, we found a nice couple who was swimming in the lake over by the lighthouse. When they looked up, what did they see? They saw us, the two poor artists, ready to draw the Vermilion Lighthouse.
Me and my beach attire.
Yes.
Vacation attire with double the pockets.
Because that's how it works. Now, let's draw. Because that's what the people are here for.
We are drawing
The Vermilion
Lighthouse.
What does
Which,
vermilion mean?
If you look closely in the background of our...
Yes, right about there is the lighthouse,
Mm-hmm.
baking away in the sun, created by none other than the Lake Havasu Lighthouse Club, because that's a thing.
Yes.
What does vermilion mean?
I don't know, but...
Look it up. We need to know.
I
We are
don't
not
need to
without
know,
history.
because what I know about it is that it's a location in Pokemon
Well, then give me your phone. Let me look it up.
where Lieutenant Sarge...
Give me.
Oh, I don't trust you with my phone. We've established such.
I can't look it up. I'm recording. I need to know what... I feel like it means something in French.
Right, I'll look it
Oddly
up.
enough, the original Vermilion Lighthouse is in Ohio, because that's a thing.
Vermilion. Definition. A brilliant red pigment made from mercury sulfide.
Oh, great. It's poisonous.
It's
good.
also called cinnabar,
good
which
thing.
is why like Vermilion and Cinnabar are locations in Pokemon.
That makes sense. It's good that we didn't lick the lighthouse. Apparently it's made of mercury.
Well, I doubt this version of it is.
Let's see. Vermilion Lighthouse. I went with neck first style.
Oh, I'm drawing the
Neck-
lighthouse first.
Neck first. Can you see the neck? It's there. And ears. Neck and ears.
I'm being slightly bold with this because I'm gonna draw a Pokemon without looking it up. And it's one of those forgotten Pokemons that no one talks about, but everyone knows.
I just like to point out that my man has a mustache, and I think that's important.
I've drawn a lighthouse.
Oh man, you're so much further ahead than me. The ink is smearing, Benj. It's smeared.
Aren't I always a lot ahead of you when we draw? See, before we had a channel, we actually used to draw like at the same time as each other. And I would always be like done like a couple minutes after we started. And Isaac, like we would always draw like during church. And I'd be done like before church started. And Isaac would be done a half an hour after church ended.
It's not even untrue. I don't deny it.
Gotta have the beam of light that the lighthouse is known for.
I don't know if this lighthouse has ever turned on a day in its life.
Yeah, this is a replica.
I think it still has a light bulb in there though, now that I think about it. Here we go. Look at them arms. Never seen a leg day in his life, but he's got arms.
Oh man. I'm drawing a Pokemon that I don't know what it looks like. This is gonna make people mad, I'm sure. There's definitely people who this is their favorite Pokemon.
Yeah, all those Pokemon fans out there that
Oh, it's just getting worse every second. Oh, I'm so sorry.
you see this thing. Oh, I'm sorry.
I should have looked it up.
I shouldn't have looked, period, at yours.
Oh, it's getting worse somehow.
What do children look like? Is this what they look like? Is that a child's face?
No. I won't give you that one.
How do you spell G Willikers? G Willikers. G
I think it's spelled how it sounds.
Willikers. Mister. Just like all children say.
Well, I guess I've got to draw Mr. Surge. I would call him Lieutenant Surge, but according to all those Pokemon people online, he's been demoted because he's not very good at his job.
Wow. I didn't know there was such a outcrying from the Pokemon community.
Well, it's like, because he's supposed to be like
I'm
a
actually
soldier
finished.
in war.
I'm finished before you. So
Oh.
there. Haha.
Impressive.
There we are, ladies and gentlemen and fans of all ages. The Vermilion Lighthouse. See,
Oh, I'm
Mr.
not doing
Mr. Arms here, Mr. Biceps, Billy Biceps, they call him, down at Muscle Beach, here at Lake Havasu. He's lifting Vermilion Lighthouse in the air with one arm like it's nothing, because it's so light. You see,
Oh,
lighthouse.
I get it.
And little
I get the
Tommy
fun.
2 pence down there. I say 2 pence because pence is what they call, cents in England. And we're
Mhm.
right next to the London Bridge. So that's Tommy 2 cents. He's very impressed. Chalk cut that up for another successful drawing. And
Okay.
oh my gosh, that is a Pokemon
I'm ready to
of sorts.
show mine.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the Vermilion Lighthouse that Lieutenant Surge is having his Raichu power up.
Yeah. Raichu, the evolution of Pikachu.
Yeah,
for those of you who only know one Pokemon.
And this isn't what a Raichu looks like. I'm confident of it.
I am absolutely certain you were
didn't,
right.
I didn't look up Raichu at all before drawing this.
Hey, but the important thing is we drove across the London Bridge
Mm-hmm.
to the island of Lake Havasu, across the desert landscape, got lost once, found the Vermilion Lighthouse, and drew it. So I think we can chalk this up as another successful road trip venture.
Yep.
On to Laughlin.
Well, we need to actually go and draw the
Oh yeah.
London Bridge.
On to the London Bridge, and then
Yes.
Laughlin after the visitor center, and maybe some other things. All right, here we are, walking out onto the London Bridge. Yes. If you don't believe me, just take a look right here. The London Bridge. This is it. We're here. We're on it. We're walking across the London Bridge. We're vlogging like people who aren't poor artists do. And apparently poor artists.
Yeah, apparently that's something we do.
There's a sign that says jumping is prohibited. So there goes our plan.
Oh, man.
But, that's just going to have to be okay.
Wait, that wasn't a dark joke.
No, it's
Water,
just,
but
like it's hot. That's all I meant. We're not at that point. We know we're bad artists. We're okay with the ridicule. London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady. I think it's the only thing you're really allowed to sing here.
Just soak in that bridge.
That bridge smell. Touch the brick where many a king and queen have laid their hands. Feel it in the Arizona heat. Well, that's the London Bridge, everybody. We made it.
Yep.
Now time to draw it. Well, here we are.
Yep. I took off my island shirt since we're off the island now.
Off the island, no more island shirt, but we have made it to England, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
To the London Bridge Visitor Center. City of London, there it is. Let's go see what this is all about and draw the London Bridge. All right, here we are at the London Bridge, ready to draw the London Bridge.
Because it's too loud.
Much too loud, but here we go. Time to draw the London Bridge. The only question now is, do we draw it falling down? Started with a straight line. And then a third line. As you can see, I now have a bridge-ish shape.
I can't really see from here, but it's also a bridge-ish shape.
Bridge-ish.
I don't think we've ever drawn outside before either, now that I think about it. Mostly because in Arizona, the outside tries to burn you alive.
The outside is lovely in Arizona.
Don't listen to Ben. It's not lovely.
Those of you
It's
that haven't
horrible.
been here, if you haven't felt 117 yet, it's like the sun giving you a nice warm hug.
It's like the sun giving you a nice warm hug and then trying to kill you. It's so hot here that the visitor center closed because their air conditioning wasn't working well enough and we couldn't go in. That's it. That's how hot it is in Lake Havasu right now. The London Bridge may not be falling down, but I can guarantee it is melting. Melting. Stone melts at a certain temperature.
Yeah, like great.
Yeah, we're doing some art.
Doing some art. We're
Yeah.
not good at it.
We're very poor,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's the hat. Yeah, it gives it away, right?
What's the name of y'all channel?
It's called Two Poor Artists.
Yep.
Two Poor Artists. Here,
Because we're poor at it.
yeah. I'll give you a business card.
It's just-
A business card. Really bad business card. Two Poor Artists.
Here's the
Yeah.
here's the beginnings of our.
Like it's no joke.
We're
We're just
not-
real
yeah,
bad.
We're real bad. Like
Real
all of
bad,
our-
but we enjoy
all
it.
of our art is this bad.
But that's kind of cool though.
Yeah, no, it's a good
That's
time.
kinda- That's kind of cool.
It's a good time, yeah.
Everybody can't be bingo.
Yeah.
Somebody appreciates.
That's us, yeah,
Y'all
right?
know what they call that art form? More of a Picasso kind of.
Yeah,
Abstract
abstract,
art.
yeah. It's unlike anything you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Guarantee it.
Cool, man. We all have a cool.
Yeah, good to meet you. Good to meet you. See? People appreciate poor art, right? Like if we'd been doing something amazing, then we'd been like, oh, we've seen it 1,000 times, right? We show him this notebook, give him a business card, man, he's never seen anything like it.
Yeah.
What an awesome guy. Yeah, poor art. Poor art. Just take a look at where it's going. You got the London Bridge not falling down. It's quite a disappointment. I was expecting it to be falling down today.
I've finished mine. I will show it. Let me come over here.
Yeah, come show the people.
Here it is. As you can see, the person says, "My fair lady, I told you we shouldn't have used all the country's salt to build the bridge." And it's falling apart because it's made of salt. And that's why London has no flavor in their town, because they used it to
Wow.
build the bridge.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I realized when I have a real pen, I write there.
Write more words. It's so much easier to write words on this pad.
Yeah, when you don't have the pen just like randomly jumping all around and shaking. The bridge, about how it could have been, the song could have been about Viking attacks.
Yeah. Maybe the Vikings are the ones who knocked down the London Bridge. Maybe it was the two poor artists. The London Bridge got a good view of our art and was just like, that's it, I'm done. No one's drawing me again.
No.
Either way, I am now also finished with my London Bridge drawing. As you can see, there is both sides of the story. Someone is very disappointed, as I was, that the bridge is not falling down. But apparently it is falling down because it's very old and melting in the sun. And we got our guy who's trapped. I guess that's me.
Oh, that's it, melting.
Yeah, it's like it's drooping.
It's like molten bridge.
Yeah, it's like, it's like lava coming down. Just like you can see it melted. The lava just streaming down in the hot Arizona sun. London Bridge. Never thought we'd be here doing our poor art.
Nope.
I'll say they do have one of those
Those English phone booths.
Mm-hmm.
Almost feel like we need to get in that.
Yeah, this is one of these few places in the world where Superman can actually still help
It's
people.
true, right? Like Superman could come and get changed right in here, anytime, anywhere.
Yeah. Are we gonna try to squish
We're gonna
both of us?
Yeah, let's just get in. Come on. That's
Well,
right.
we're not squished at all
No,
here.
but I feel like if you weren't here and I were Superman, I could get changed pretty
Yeah.
easily. Yeah. I'm gonna point out that the thermometer says it's 127 outside. And like you could say like, yeah, it's not actually, it's hot. It's so hot. It went up. It's 129. 129. This is like the hottest ever.
Yeah. Well, we're just about to go over the Colorado River here,
We are currently crossing the Colorado River.
which means that we're approaching California. We just entered it.
We are back
There's,
into the
here's
great
the
welcome
welcome
to
to
California. San Bernardino County line.
Yeah.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We are back in the great but not grand state of
Mhm.
California. Why? Because it was 7 minutes faster to get to Laughlin this way.
Yep.
Don't ask me how that
We-
works.
We didn't expect to go to California twice this trip.
That was not even in our bag of things to do.
Yep.
we are approaching.
That's the way to say that.
It is. We are fast approaching, though, what I am going to deem the tri-state area.
Mhm.
The one spot on the map in the middle of the Colorado River where Arizona, California, and the good state of Nevada, is it
I
great,
mean-
grand,
Is it any of those?
and the
Can you put a positive?
and the so-so state of Nevada converge in the tri-state area. Yes,
And
this
make
is where
Doofenshmirtz
this is where
proud.
platypuses and evil scientists reign. It's just going to be a wonderful time.
Mhm.
So, like, we should rob the train, right?
Yeah, there's a train right over there. And see, the thing is, if you're a train conductor and you've never been robbed,
Yeah. How sad.
like, are you even a train conductor?
You're not, right? Like, because
Yeah.
it's like a rite of passage.
Mm-hmm.
Every train conductor knows. We're going that way.
No.
Okay. Sorry. Every train conductor knows that you have to be robbed to be
Yeah.
accepted into the
Yeah,
train conductors guild.
But train robbery is down.
There's been a steady decline in train
Yeah.
robbers ever since the Old West became the New West.
Yeah, I mean, because you can't rob a train unless you have a horse.
No,
I
it's,
feel like just less people have horses.
like, how do you get to that train, right? There's
Yeah.
just a bunch of desert
Yeah,
between
there's just
us and
desert.
it.
Which is perfect because then no one can come and help quickly.
No, like if we show up on a horseback, how are they going to stop us? They need
Yeah.
horses also.
Yeah, we just pulled over the train and brought it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we left our horses back on the Two Poor Artists Ranch.
Mm-hmm.
And by the Two Poor Artists Ranch, I mean we don't own horses.
Yeah.
That's,
That's
well, I feel bad for that conductor now.
Mhm.
He's not going to get robbed by us today.
yeah. It would be like being a ship captain and not having a pirate come and rob.
Seriously, right? Like, we could do the world some good by just becoming bank robbers. Don't even get me started on
Oh,
that.
yeah.
If you're a bank teller
You're a bank-
and you haven't been, so many people.
Yeah.
But I think there's actually an uptick in bank robberies.
Yeah.
So I don't think we need to dip our feet
Yeah,
into that
I don't
pool.
think we need to worry about that.
But that train,
Yeah. Feel sorry for him
next time.
next time. So we're out here in the middle of
Middle of
nowhere.
nowhere, Needles, California,
Mhm.
which is just the worst.
Yeah. And there's just like multiple signs, like fresh jerky,
Yeah. Why are
Like-
so many places like this the kind of places that sell jerky?
real good jerky.
Yeah. No.
Like,
This is not where you find real good
no,
anything.
like, are they, like, where are they getting this meat from?
yeah.
I
Like,
don't believe.
is it like rattlesnake jerky?
just like roadkill jerky?
I say as there's a sign that says cow crossing for the next 9 miles.
Mhm. So
Well-
I guess there might be cows.
I guess they're hitting
So
the
if
cows
they hit
with
the
their car.
cows and then they make it into
Real
roadkill
good jerky though? Like, is this what it takes? You got to live out in the middle of nowhere,
Yeah.
like, and this is where you make real good
Like, it's
jerky.
definitely not those like companies that like have
Yeah, like-
spend a lot of money into researching the best possible jerky.
To make real good jerky, you got to live out in the middle of nowhere
Mhm.
in the desert,
Yeah.
and you got to sell it at a suspicious looking side of the road stand.
Yeah. Although to be fair, everything out here is suspicious. Like
I
we
wouldn't.
just went past the Riverview Lodge.
Riverview Lodge.
And it
which-
was like a barn nowhere near the river.
A barn surrounded by mobile homes is not a resort.
No.
Nor was it within eyeshot of the river.
No.
We checked.
Like
We
it's
couldn't see
within a mile of the river.
I mean,
maybe.
Maybe.
But like you can't see the river from.
I feel like it's the
maybe
kind
you
of
have like a tower.
it's the kind of place that you get like a Groupon to, and you're like, oh, the Riverview Resort.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sounds fancy.
Sounds like it's A, a resort, and B, within shot of the river.
Mhm.
It's neither.
No.
It's a barn in the middle of the desert.
Yeah.
You're lucky if you get out alive.
It's just surrounded.
They make
by
movies.
torn down.
They make movies and true crime documentaries about places like this.
Like I just turned to my right, and there is like this metal cylinder that is completely rusted.
Yes, I'm not
Like,
stopping. If we break down here, we die. Like, this would
Yeah.
be the end of the two poor
And
artists
worse
as
yet,
you
we're
know
still
it.
in California. It's like this isn't Arizona creepy. This is California creepy.
And everybody knows that California creepy is extra creepy.
Mm-hmm. Don't ever go to Needles.
Not a top 10 recommended place from the two poor artists.
Okay. We're turning right now, and right after this turn, it's Nevada.
Nevada. You know how we could tell? Because there was a sign for a casino before the sign for even that we were in Nevada.
Yep.
You know. You could tell.
We're like, oh, it must be.
You can just
approaching
feel
Nevada.
You can feel people losing money right now.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to go
Be sure
walk
you're
up
in
to
it.
the sign and draw.
Yeah,
Would have
draw.
done it in California, but you know, it's California. It's
Yeah,
scary.
but what would we want to draw in California?
Plus, there was a cop right by the border, and you don't want to go.
Yeah, we don't want to have the cop think we're drawing him.
We don't want to be arrested for poor art.
Which honestly we should be.
Yeah, that's part of our infamy plan.
Yeah, like it drastically changed.
Yeah.
Like California, like especially we were in Needles, right?
Uh-huh.
It
Needles,
was desert.
California.
It was weird. Everything was broken down and gross. Nevada's just significantly better immediately.
It is.
Which is weird
Uh-huh.
because it's Nevada. Like I think of it as
it's like the so-so state. That's
Yeah.
what it says on the license plates.
yeah.
What's that? It's like a rodeo ground over there.
Yeah.
You can bet on the bowls.
Wait.
How many people are getting gored by a
here's
bowl?
sign. Is it welcoming us?
It says
No.
Mojave Resort and Golf. Man, there's just no Nevada sign.
No. You just know.
Yeah, you
Like,
do.
They're like
you
you
can
don't
feel
need
it,
a sign.
right?
Like money.
like that
leaving
casino-
your pocket.
That casino just made $500,000 as we drove by it.
Yeah.
And this isn't even like a casino that anyone should go to.
No one's even heard
Like
of
this
it.
casino is really in the middle of nowhere,
Yeah.
but it's clearly in Nevada.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Nevada, everybody. But here's the thing. There goes the river view. There's all the big hotels. But here's the thing. We'll show you those in a little bit. Because some things are more important than the destination. We may have purposely driven all the way to Laughlin, Nevada.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to now leave Laughlin, Nevada and go back into Arizona.
Yes.
Because there's something we've got to show you.
Way more important than
Stay
Laughlin.
tuned.
Here we are at Goat Island.
That's right, Goat Island. This little tiny man-made island in between Laughlin and Bullhead City, Arizona, is home to none other than a herd of goats.
Yeah, that's what they claim.
Although it does appear that these particular goats are artist shy because we don't see any goats today.
Yeah, I don't see it.
It doesn't even sound like there's goats. But that doesn't mean we're not going to draw Goat Island because a river in the middle of the Colorado River
Yep.
filled with goats is just the kind of thing we come to Laughlin for.
It's true, and there's so many mysteries
Yeah.
about the Goat Island.
For example, did it used to be filled with peacocks instead of goats?
What happened to the peacocks?
Yeah. Did the coyotes eat them?
And where'd the coyotes go?
And how are the goats taken care of? Nobody ever seems to go to Goat
How
Island.
did the goats even get there?
And where are the goats today? Because we don't see any goats at all.
Like, there's nowhere they can go.
No, they must be on the island.
It's a tiny island. Maybe they learned to camouflage themselves.
All of these questions are the things we come to bring you to think about.
Yeah, because we're not answering them.
We're not answering any
There
of
are
them,
no answers.
but we will draw Goat Island.
Mm-hmm.
So we boarded a boat. There's our captain. Here's us. Here we go. With Goat Island.
Lapland's lights reflect our drive. From desert sands our spirits thrive. Red Rock Canyons, donkey stroll. In Oatman Town we found our soul. Topok's charm, a dusty parade. Through heat and dust, our dreams obey. Our bags, just two poor souls with pens and dreams and lots of goals. Black ink stains on our fingertips. Nose first sketches, we set our trips.
Well, after our little boat excursion, we just wanted to make sure you were completely aware, in case you couldn't tell, there are goats on Goat Island. There's one right there.
They're just on the side that you can't really see from.
This was not a Two Poor Artists myth. This was an actual fact of Laughlin, Nevada. One of the greatest sights to see. In fact, we realized just now, you can get a free boat ride. So if you're ever in Laughlin, Nevada, take a quick tour, take a spin around Goat Island.
It just spins you around.
You won't be disappointed. Unlike this drawing we're about to do.
Ink flows like rivers, noses in the lead. In this old van we've got all we need. Stopping by the bridge from London's past. In Laughlin's glow we found a laugh. We left our mark on desert sand. With each direction, pen in hand. Big blue skies, we couldn't resist. Our tales in black ink on their list. In Laughlin's lights, we found our groove. Sketching dreams with every move.
So here's a new one. If you didn't believe us that it was hot, it really is, because our camera / phone in the middle of recording our Goat Island drawing just shut down.
I blame his phone because it's not hot out at all.
It is a brand new phone and it is 120 plus degrees, as you've seen. It is horrible. So don't believe him. But what we'll show you is this. We finished our drawings in the heat.
It's pleasant outside.
We get it. You're insane. The point is we finished our Goat Island drawings and here we go. You want to go first?
Well, you don't have the right page up.
Oh, that's true. I don't.
Yep. So I drew Goat Island. As you can see, it's like the GOAT, the greatest of all time. So I did like that classic, shadow guy that plays basketball.
Yes,
Yeah.
Shadow Man.
They like show him dunking or whatever. They say he's the GOAT.
He's on all his shoes.
Yeah, he's supposedly the GOAT. They call him that shadow guy.
Yeah, Shadow Man. Anyway, I went a completely different route with my drawing. Greatest of all time, we've got Goat Island, the gross old animal timeshare island. Where you because people are out there looking for timeshares. And they're like looking for ones that are within budget, right? And not many are. They are just like, woo! You gotta go to seminars. You gotta put down an arm and a leg and your firstborn. But gross old island timeshare is just within everybody's price range. But you really got to question if you want to go. Because they just have so many wrinkles. And
imagine being the salesman trying to sell someone
on
gross old animal timeshare.
Yeah.
Like, oh, come to this island. It's just full of them gross old animals.
You lead with the price. You're like, basically free. Islands are appealing to everyone.
Take it from us.
But
you get a boat ride there.
That's the thing. If somebody offered me a timeshare down there on Goat Island, I would consider it.
Yeah, but that's not gross old animals.
I mean, they kind of are.
Yeah,
those goats have been there forever and a day, and they're goats, so they are kind of gross.
And how are they fed? How do they live?
Probably by the last people who put a timeshare there. Just
Probably.
they never came back.
Also, there's no buildings, and it's too small to put a building.
Yeah,
So your timeshare is going to be a tent
It's not gonna be
next
pleasant.
to goats.
But now we all know a little bit more about Goat Island.
Mhm.
So we also know not to leave your phone in direct sunlight while you're recording.
Yep.
Off to the hotel
Huzzah.
and back into Nevada.
Yep. We got to
Across the mighty Colorado.
Mhm. We haven't recorded ourselves crossing the border enough times.
So you're sure you're not sick of this yet? I'm sure we'll include every single one of these in the video too.
Mhm.
Because that's what we do.
Turn left here
On Casino
on Casino.
Drive.
That's what we're doing. We're going to a casino.
Yeah, like we're going to a casino because it was the cheapest place to stay.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's half the reason we came to Laughlin.
Yeah.
Because it was the cheapest place to stay.
Don't worry. We're not gamblers yet.
Welcome to Laughlin,
Like
Nevada.
I've never been to Las Vegas, but this just feels like the Las Vegas Strip if it was like 1,000 times
diet Las Vegas
Diet
Strip.
Las Vegas Strip. Here we go on to Casino Drive.
Yep. To our hotel / again, I know I said this starting the trip when we said where we were. Do we really want to say which hotel we're at? Are we
We're gonna be mobbed with fans. We
Are
won't
we-
be there by the time this video
Oh yeah,
comes
that's
out.
true. This isn't live.
No. So yeah, you can come stay in the same room we did if you're that kind of fan.
We'll make sure you know which room it is.
You can sleep where our heads were.
Yep. And if we hide it well enough, you might even be able to get our art.
All right, here it is. The cheapest hotel we could find in Laughlin. Can already smell the cigarette smoke. So guys, we made it up to our room in Laughlin, and you'll never guess. It looks like someone stole the art right off the wall.
Yeah.
Like there's like a spot for art.
There's these here.
Just look.
right here. There's a clip.
Clips.
Ready to hang out.
Yeah, this is why we came here.
Yeah.
This is
We
a desperate cry for
we
poor
were
art.
told about this room
Yeah.
and how they needed art.
They looked at us and they're like, this is the room they need to have. So stay tuned, because poor art is a coming. Well, we're settled into our hotel room and it's time to go get some dinner for the night.
Let's go get some supper.
2 poor artists on the town.
Yes.
It's a little chilly in here at Chili's, where it's very chilly and they have lots of chilies.
The chili. And it's chilies.
The country. I was trying to figure out what kind of pepper that was.
No, that's the country.
Perfect. We've covered all the puns here. Time to go back to the hotel.
Well, now that we're back, it's time that we filled the void of the artless wall in our room. You see, we can't go to sleep until we know that proper hotel art has been hung by the chimney with care.
By the chimney?
Well, there's no chimney, but you know what I mean. Hung on the wall. I don't sleep right without my own art looking over me.
Very true.
So here's what we're gonna draw. Since we're in Laughlin, which is just a city, Benja's gonna draw Laughlin, and since the cheapest,
I just want to be clear. We don't recommend Laughlin.
we don't recommend Laughlin
Or
at all.
casinos.
We've seen it. No, we've seen Laughlin. It is.
I mean, I've
is
also
gross.
been to the Vegas Strip, and I won't recommend that either. In fact, Laughlin's probably better in every way.
Because it's smaller and there's less of it.
Yeah.
I'm going to draw Edgewater because we are currently staying at the Edgewater Hotel.
Also, don't recommend.
Don't recommend, no. But it was the cheapest room possible, and we're not only poor in skill, we're quite poor in funds. So,
although I don't know if I would recommend somewhere else more.
in Laughlin, we recommend you don't stay in Laughlin. We recommend Lake Havasu City. It's about an hour that way. Much nicer. It's got the London Bridge.
Like, cross the river.
Yeah.
And go to like
Bullhead City, right over there.
Yeah.
Rooms are twice as expensive, but it might just be worth it. But you know what? Enough about this terrible city, and this terrible hotel. It's time for us to draw terrible art.
Yes.
Laughlin,
Mm-hmm.
Edgewater. It's not too often we have people looking at us. I feel a little nervous.
I know, like
Right? Like all day they've been watching. They've been watching the artistic process
They're
unfold.
not just gonna like watch the art appear.
No.
They're gonna watch these sweaty palms.
Yeah, it's
do it.
been a very sweaty palm kind of day.
Well, every day.
Mostly because it's been 100,
unfortunately,
150 degrees out.
every day is a sweaty palm
Celsius.
day.
Like, look at this. I'm leaving marks on the table. I'm so nervous. I'm gonna write the title first, so I don't forget.
I usually do the title last because I don't know where the drawing's gonna take me.
Well, I know it's gonna be Edgewater for me. I've been thinking about this for the last 2.5 minutes while we've been bantering.
I know what the word's gonna be. I just mean, like, what if I use that corner?
Oh,
You know, what if there's a sun or something in that
well,
corner?
it's too late for me. I've already done it.
You've stifled the creative process.
Man, you're right. I feel stifled. My stifling is okay. Let's see.
It's gotta be nose first. Gotta be nose first. You know, some of you eagle-eyed viewers may have noticed that I've had a bandage on my leg this whole time. I just want to take this time, like a little
Like a PSA?
Wear sunscreen, okay? I went to California, which I would never recommend California. I don't like the place. But we went to the beach and I didn't wear sunscreen. And I got 2nd-degree burns from the sun. I had a blister this big.
I saw the blister. You don't want to see it.
It was.
We're not putting that kind of grossness on you.
Cut a
just
baseball
this
in
guy.
half and stick it on my leg. That was the blister. Like, I looked up when I got home, I'm like, big blisters. You know, like what do you do? And the pictures I saw for big blisters were my small blisters. Like, because I had other blisters, but I just didn't even care about those because of how massive. So, I mean, just like, I don't want to go into too much detail of the grossness.
I think you've already gone into too much.
Yeah, but I mean, just wear sunscreen.
I'd also like to put out another public service announcement, much less important than benches. But if you're going to draw someone, make sure you leave enough room for the rest of their body, because their head generally shouldn't be the size of the rest of them. Public service announcement done.
This is my guy's face so far.
That guy's supposed to be a little kid. He looks.
See
Oh dear. That is kind of how you feel when you look at Laughlin. It's just, it's not pretty.
So I'm drawing Laughlin, which, like, the clear, obvious pun is the word laugh, right?
Yeah, Laughlin.
Like Laughlin.
Yeah, because somebody was like, we should build a city in Nevada. It was Lynn. And someone's like, don't make me laugh, Lynn. And they're like, that's what we'll call it.
Yeah, that's not the pun I'm going for, though.
Oh, see? I could have drawn Laughlin too.
Trying to draw respectable figures, like a police officer that I'm about to do.
We
Like,
respect the police immensely, though. You
I
can't
know.
draw a police officer.
I have to. This police officer won't be a respectable police officer.
Well, because you're going to draw them.
Yeah. But it's just like what's a police officer hat look like?
We saw about 50 of them when we walked in today. It's interesting when you look like a poor artist and you walk into a casino.
And all of the security just kind of turns and looks and wonders.
Yeah, like
wonder what they're gonna draw.
What suspicious thing are they gonna do?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They
Oh,
didn't say anything. They didn't want to know too much.
I made this a small man.
Oh.
He's,
But
he's not respectable.
man, you make him like a mall cop.
He's that's what he is. He's a mall Laughlin security guard. That's this guy.
I realize I don't draw people without their shirts too often. This guy's just got to have a shirt on in the water, apparently. Which, goes along with wear sunscreen or, don't take off your clothes when you go swimming. Or most places.
Party
Oh,
fight.
why does he have buck teeth?
Well,
You can't be respectable with buck teeth.
well, that's what I've already established.
You can be loved and, people can enjoy having you around, and there's a lot of things you can be with buck teeth, but I don't think respectable makes the list. Like, buck teeth are like for rabbits.
Oh, you mean like Patrick?
I mean, like, you got 2 teeth. Isn't that buck teeth?
No,
Yeah.
they don't have to be the only teeth.
I think when you look at somebody with
Because-
true buck teeth, you only see the 2 teeth, even if the other ones
Well,
are there.
like when their mouth is closed, you have like the 2 teeth that like hang over,
Like out of the mouth?
like out of the mouth.
Oh, okay.
I mean, are things often endearing and respected at the same time?
I don't think so. All right. I've added another person whose proportions are a little bit better, floating in the water. We're doing well. This is gonna hang in this room probably forever.
Yeah.
Like, looking at the state of this room, they don't really do a whole lot to bring it up to code. Like, there's a table this table normally sits over there. Spoiler alert, it's not just like awkwardly in front of the 2 beds. But it is like rubbed the walls bare of paint, and I'm pretty sure it's been there since the 90s.
So here's the pun. That you guys probably won't know because it's not a word we use. But the word lid.
Usually when you're going for something that other people are going to look at, like art, you kind of want them to be like, this is a word that you've heard of. You might as well have just made up a word. Could have meant whatever you want.
No, but it is a word that means something. Like you could
Is
look
it
it up
though?
in the dictionary.
Is it though?
But the word lin can, and rarely does, mean stop or desist.
Oh, stop or desist. So,
Yeah.
laugh, Lynn.
Laugh lin
stop.
would be like stop laughing.
So he's just shouting, desist, as if that means Lynn. He should be shouting Lynn, shouldn't he? And then he should have his like German to English dictionary out, and he's like, take a look.
It's a UK, like it's an English word. Like I didn't just look at some other language. Yeah. So this is here we have it. He's laughing, he's cracking up. And this security guard, casino Laughlin security guard, says desist.
Yeah.
We don't allow such laughery in these
Laughery.
parts.
Is laughery a word?
No. I was gonna say mockery, but he's not necessarily mocking. I mean, but look at them. You must be mocking. Like no one laughs to that extent.
I feel like your man is choking to death, and he's just like, I don't know how I'm like, but if I tell him sternly enough, he'll stop. You know?
Like, should I like put in the corner, Lynn? Verb to desist.
I mean, if it's gonna hang in the hotel room in this city, people are gonna need like the full dictionary page with references and arrows, and like, there's just not much for them to. Yes, I guess is what I'm trying to say. As much help as you can manage.
I will help. I will help these poor souls.
All right, here we go. We're getting a little further along in this. It's gotten a little scarier. This is pretty much how it feels to get in the ocean, although you still do it because it's fun. You might not, jump into
monster-infested waters, though. What else you got in the ocean? That's scary. I mean, other than everything. This one looks too friendly. I've made him friendly. Friendly sea monster on accident. Looks like someone that would be on Barney and Friends. Oh man, this one's cute too. You know what's never cute? Squids. Just like we've agreed as a society that squids can't be cute.
Did we?
You ever seen a cute squid?
Like cartoons.
Have you though?
If I search cute squid, there's just like so many cute squids. See, there's a real cute squids.
That one's not cute.
Cartoons, cute squids.
Okay, you draw it like kawaii style, it's gonna be
See,
cute.
there's the cute squids.
I think squids are just scary.
Okay, I put the dictionary definition of Lynn so people understand the pun.
It's a shame we don't have a mini fridge in this room to hang these on.
Yeah.
You know, because we've as we've established on this channel many times, our art really does belong on refrigerators.
Yeah, like that's why we put our name in H, because it's like, you know, when your mom
you walk in
hangs
the
up-
room and you hang it on the fridge, and it's like a conversation piece.
Like your mom hangs up your art on the fridge, and then it's like, oh, that's a nice drawing. How old, you know, was the 6-year-old that drew that? Oh, 31?
31. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
31 who apparently likes to read the dictionary for fun. Learns words that they haven't used even in England for centuries. All right, well, here's mine. Here's my finished product. We've got the boy being encouraged to jump in on the edge of the water. Father doesn't have any idea what's down there. It's just like, come on, jump in, it'll be fun. All the cool kids are doing it. Your sister did it. Sister's been, you know, sister was eaten by one of these things.
Mm-hmm.
But
Sister's not pictured.
Sister's not pictured. Just pick one.
And here's my finished drawing, which the only difference is that it now has the type, you know, the definition,
the dictionary,
and my name and age, as is proper.
Well, we'll get these hung up, and then I think it's about time for us to head off to bed.
Mm-hmm. So we can dream up new art.
It's true. Tomorrow's gonna be a big day.
Remember, wear sunscreen. Learn from my mistakes.
It's
Beautiful.
perfect. Just magnificent.
Have you seen something so grand in a hotel?
Not ever. Not until tonight. Good night.
Sleep well.
Well, we hope you've enjoyed the first day of the Two Poor Artists road trip. It's about time we got to bed.
Got our notebook and pen. Never know when inspiration might hit.
Just what a wonderful day it's been. We'll see you tomorrow.
Good night.
Good night.
Nose first.
Mangled hand.
Nose first.
Oh, that's the mangled hand. What's that? You wore the black shirt yesterday. I'm wearing the black shirt with the white pocket protector today.
Yeah, I had the white shirt, but I forgot to bring it. It's at home.
Now we're gonna match. We're gonna look like idiots.
Yeah, it's quite embarrassing. I will admit that. But you said you were gonna get white shorts for this.
Do you know how hard it is to find white shorts as a man?
Fair enough.
Let's just get going. Good morning, everyone. It is time for the Two Poor Artists, day 2 of the road trip.
Yeah, the only part that I find sad is that we won't get to see the cleaning crew come in and see our art.
But rest assured, if you ever come to the Edgewater Hotel and Casino in Laughlin, Nevada. Come to room 7904, and it will still be there.
It will. There's no way they would take that down.
Absolutely not.
I mean, they had no painting there before.
Yeah, they don't even care. This is an improvement.
Mm-hmm.
Someday, this will be in the Two Poor Artists Hotel.
Except bigger.
Bigger, much bigger, with frames.
Mm-hmm. Although it only really makes sense if this is in a Laughlin, like if we get this hotel.
Yeah, we'll have to do more art.
Mm-hmm.
On the road again. Today, the main goal is to make it to Topak, Arizona, to visit our #1 fan and deliver her book. Our book that we wrote for her, hand-stitched, put it together.
It's not her book that we made for her.
No, we didn't make her book that she wrote for her.
No.
We made a book and we're giving it to her. The point is, before you can go to Topak, we hear that there is an old western town run by donkeys called Oatman. Oatman, Arizona.
I think there's some mules too.
Mules and donkeys, and maybe a horse. The point is, we're headed to Oatman. Well, we're a little more poor now. Make that a lot more poor.
We just passed the best sight we've seen all trip.
I've been complaining during this trip because there's not a lot of like roadside attractions like the world's biggest pitchfork or rubber band ball.
Yeah.
But driving out in the middle, literally the middle of nowhere, on what is this road called again?
It's called Boundary Cone Road.
Boundary Cone Road. Just, we couldn't be more in the middle of nowhere if we tried. But off that direction is the official Mojave gravel pit.
You looked over there and saw a giant pile of gravel.
It's just gravel in a pit.
That's digging it out.
We would take you over to see it, but we're already late to Oatman. So stay tuned for donkeys.
And mules. Maybe a horse. We were approaching. Oh, there is a white donkey.
A white donkey.
The leader of all donkeys.
That's a good sign. That's the donkey. We can't continue.
There's donkeys everywhere. Our path has been blocked
By donkeys.
by donkeys. This is how you know we're getting close.
This is when Oatman is just around the corner. And the leader's just looking at us from back there.
I don't know if I can get a good view of the white horse.
All right.
What
The donkey Gandalf.
yeah. What do they Shadowfax of,
Shadowfax of donkeys.
yeah, the lord of all the horses.
There's another donkey.
In our way. This one has no leader.
I think we might be its leader now. Do you like art? No? Okay. There's another one over there. That is a stubborn donkey.
Yeah, I wonder where we got that whole saying from that I won't repeat.
The stubborn as a donkey?
Yeah.
Stubborn as a donkey. I'll also point out that we're currently on Route 66, which apparently, since humans have abandoned it, has been taken over by donkeys.
At least out here by Oatman.
So here we are. We made it past all the donkeys, and we are in Oatman. And look who it is! Our #1 fan and daughter. All right, time to explore Oatman. We've been told we're heading to the cave, which, when your #1 fan meets you at Oatman and brings you to a cave, you should be a little concerned. But, you know, we trust her a lot. So they're taking us into the haunted mine to find the ghost burrow. Let's see what we can see. Lead on into the haunted mine. See any ghosts yet?
Ooh, I thought this would be a bow. It would be kind of cool for her to go.
Ooh.
This is about the extent of who came all over those.
Should do a drawing in here.
I have to watch my head.
We survived the mine. Now into town. Old West Shooting Gallery.
Jed's gonna do it, you guys. You guys want to do it?
Yes, we will do it with you.
Oh, you're doing a two-for artist. Very nice. Thank you.
It's a goose.
I wonder if- Wait, are you gonna do the second one of these?
I don't know what this is. What is this? Kind of looks like a donkey moose. All right.
You know what? I think my water just room temperature.
Yeah,
He's got like a problem.
there are donkeys everywhere here.
You guys!
Oh man. You okay? There's a baby one. It's a baby donkey. Come to see the two poor artists. Oh, it's a baby. Just walking on the sidewalk like they're people. The donkeys own this town. The baby.
Oh my goodness, I don't want to kids.
We're thinking of getting a double barrel shotgun.
The official weapon of the two-for artist.
2 barrels, 2 artists here in Oatman.
That way you can get both of us at once.
We're in the art section.
Mm-hmm.
Not a single. Wait, is that black and white?
That is.
They didn't use pen though. We've made it to the candy shop. Shoppy. Shoppe. Benj, how do you say this word? How do you say that word?
Show.
Shope. We've made it to the candy shop. Look at all the art in the candy shoppe shop.
Or vanilla, Sydney. Okay, let's go. Or, I mean, I'll do something.
Look at that donkey. Do they have any black and white, Taffy?
Oh, okay. So
These look black and white.
So that's okay. Oh, pickle.
We only eat black and white, Taffy, right?
I want pickle so bad.
Pickle?
Yes.
Pickle? You might think that these
And there were guys up
are the grossest candies here, but actually, it's these. All right, we all got a extreme hot taffy we're gonna try together.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Tupac style. Oatman.
Oatman style. When they use the word extreme,
I think they meant mild.
it's pretty good.
Well, it's coming in a little bit.
Look at all the donkey skulls. So sad. So this shop in Oatman has a cactus growing out of the roof. You don't see that every day. Except when you're with the Two Poor Artists on the Two Poor Artists road trip. Another donkey. Alright, so we're here in Oatman at the ice cream shop with our dear fans, and we're going to draw the name of the city, the town, wherever we are, called Oatman. 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 Let's see what we can come up with. Yep, right here. Right here at the table with us. Just showed up at Oatman and they were here. Big a fan. We have those.
If she wants to call herself that.
I feel like it's hard to call yourself a fan of us when we're wearing these hats. I've never drawn eyes like I'm drawing right now.
They kind of look like sad eyes.
No, they're happy. I gave him a smile. I gave him a smile. Oh man. Oh man. Yeah, that'll do. And this person has like a. Alright, so here's where we're at so far. For Oatman.
Just like the oatmeal guy.
Yeah. The Quaker Oats.
I'm
Man.
going the like superhero route. You don't have a broad chest, so I can put a symbol on it.
I don't know what donkeys look like. I'm realizing real quick.
Established that.
Yeah, I know. They're walking around right outside. Amazed they're not in the ice cream shop. See if I can see one. I don't want to draw that part of the donkey.
It actually looks more like me than it does that.
It looks like you? Yeah. It doesn't look like the Quaker Oats man. That's really all established. Donkeys. Donkeys, donkeys. Every time I try to draw a donkey or a horse, it ends up looking like a sock bucket. This is just an oven mitt.
There's my superhero so far. He's clearly called Oatman.
Maybe I'm going the wrong way with the ears.
He eats all his good oats.
Oats. He's kind of like Popeye, but with oats.
You never see the Quaker Oats guy without a, like from here down. Oats? Man. Like some oats.
Here we go. Oatman,
Yes, don't forget
the hero of oats.
And here we go. Oatman.
baby.
You
The donkeys and the Quaker Oats man.
You drew like the actual place for it.
And the country.
Well, I drew the Quaker Oats man.
Yeah, the Quaker Oats man.
Who's clearly surrounded by some very disturbed sock puppets. Yeah,
Especially
just don't look at it. Turn it off. Well, we just left Oatman, and now we are headed to the main event. We are headed to Topak, Arizona, to hand deliver our book to our biggest fan, Carla.
Yep. I'm sure she's real looking forward to it.
After she gave us a whole tour of Oatman, it's the least we can do.
We have just entered Golden Shores, Arizona, which is the neighboring town to Topak. We're getting close.
All right, the journey has been long and hot and long again, but we finally made it to Topak, to the house of our #1 fan, Carla. Let's go bring her her book. And she has lots of dogs. Little ones. Hello! Welcome!
Wow, you came a long way.
Why did I say welcome?
Out.
Hello!
Hi.
We're so glad to see you.
Welcome to the zoo.
All right.
Yay, 2 for artists.
We're here.
Came a long
We
way,
did it.
guys. How are you?
Great. Thank you.
Welcome.
All right, let's get you your book.
Yay.
All right, the moment is finally here. We've made it all the way to Topak, Arizona, to our #1 fan, Carla. We're going to give her her book. We also have the ghost in the curtains over here filming. So let's give it to her. All right. The moment is finally here. You've got your book.
Come over here.
Our very,
Present it like
our very first book ever. Hand stitched.
Wow, that is awesome, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Made especially for you. Not even available to the general public yet.
Nope.
Oh my goodness.
We have to write the dedication page in a minute too.
I like the cool film.
Oh, thank you.
Oh my goodness.
It's full of our art.
We're so sorry.
We'll get to read. I'll read it to my grandchildren one day. Just look at this.
You can just read it to Sid today.
Full of luscious, beautiful drawings.
Well, thank you so much. We hope
You.
you enjoy it.
I will.
Now it's time to see the reptile room.
You mean the outhouse?
Yep. All right, let's see what we got. Oh my goodness.
This is the girl's old bedroom.
There's even more than I thought.
He's probably now 7 months old, so he
Whoa.
is gonna get. Okay, this is like the size of the crested geckos that we already have, like full size. But this here is only what is it? What did we say? It's just under 70 grams, but she can get up to like 300 plus. So she's gonna be
Feels
like,
like sandpaper.
a handful.
Yeah.
So cool.
I think I'm gonna name it Perry.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. Mort.
Called a false chameleon.
Because he's actually in the Anole family, but he has the chameleon part is they can change the colors and then their eyes like move independently. But they're actually not.
It's all spiky on his
He's shedding.
on
You
his
see?
chin.
Yeah, this is a dewlap. It'll go out. Wait. This little dewlap. It'll be like, "Wee." I mean, it'll stretch way out, like when he's
Yeah.
wanting-
Nice.
wanting to.
Oh my gosh. Oh, it's
Big and
oh my gosh. You're touching those.
Well, I'm not really touching them, but like I
You're
don't.
getting closer than I am.
Yeah, I know. I don't like.
I'm
to
hiding
touch,
behind the camera.
Yeah, but I don't touch the adults.
Oh my
They're really
gosh.
creepy, but I use tongs for the littler ones, and they don't bother
You're
me. Like,
petting them.
well, they're just little guys. People
Tarantula.
like if they have it, they like these. They're just,
Oh.
look at
That's a cool looking
it's
trash.
a baby. It's gonna get like about this big and have blues and greens and
Oh man.
yeah. So
It's
every
already pretty
molt,
colorful.
it's gonna be it gets. Yeah.
Got quite the web in there too.
So you see how the toes are pink?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
Oh, yeah.
up against
Oh
white.
yeah, you can,
Yeah.
you can totally see.
Yeah. It's up on the 10th.
All right. Oh, they're so tiny.
light?
Yeah,
They're so tiny.
they are. They're little
Look
tiny.
at that.
Today I'll hand feed them. They need to be misted because this will get. Yeah. So so 2 of them, and then the newest ones.
Welcome to Two Poor Artists, where we're poor at driving to Topak, but mostly we're poor at making art.
You guys are
I'm Isaac.
And my name is Ben.
We haven't done that in any of the other videos, but we finally
No.
made it to Topak, so we'll make it official.
And we're drawing Topak.
Topak, in Topak, surrounded by fans.
Yeah. Which apparently is not pronounced Tupac.
It is not Tupac. He was a rapper. You should know this.
Yeah, but the other way you have to say the word toe. And that's
I know that's
the
hard for
worst.
you. That's real hard. But, you know, Tupac, Topak.
See, I'm not gonna draw toes. I don't look forward to whatever fun you're coming up with.
There's only so many for this, and you just have to go with it. I'm sorry, but it's not my choice. Topak. Is it spelled? Yeah, it's just spelled Tupac.
Yeah,
Why is it pronounced Topak?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't
Because
know. I didn't name it. I just drove to it.
I don't choose.
Oh,
What does a toe look like?
you want one of those?
You ever looked at a toe up close? Like toes are about the farthest thing away from the body. Like the eyes,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Yeah, like I don't.
I think that's why God put the feet so far away from the eyes,
You're
so
not
you don't have to look at
supposed to
them.
Yeah.
They're far away. That's why they smell bad too, because they're far away from the nose.
Yeah.
Rick, do you want to be in the
Right. You like my toe?
No.
There it is. It's just like in frame.
The fact that it's zoomed in makes it a little bit more
You ever get?
tolerable.
You can't really get hangnails on toes, can you?
Oh yeah.
You can? Okay.
Of course you
Carla
can.
says we can, so I'm gonna draw one.
I'm actually surprised you never have it. I think it's more common.
More common? You get more hangnails on your? I don't want to.
Well, because like you don't protect your toes
those
as
are
much.
ingrown toenails.
Yeah.
So you do get ingrown.
Now we have these. You know, the kind that like you don't want to pull because it'll peel back.
Or you just like lose your toenail. Just
Yeah, I hate it when I
falls off.
misplace it. You gotta find it, put it back on. It's like when you like drop like a brick, and then another brick on top of that brick on your toe,
Or
and then it falls off.
Or if you like hike in a river for a long time, it just falls off
Did this happen to you?
regularly.
I've never seen you in a river a day in my life.
What?
I go in the river every time we get near a river, except for the Colorado River. I didn't want to.
You didn't get out in the river any of the
I
times.
really, I wanted to go in the river.
That's not the same thing as doing it.
Okay, fine. I go in the creek every time we go to a creek.
Yeah, it's not a river. Those don't remove toenails.
Toe pock. What is it? What does a pock look like? Pock. You just draw like a.
Well, technically, pock, unfortunately, means the same thing as chicken pox.
This just kind of looks like a blister the way I'm drawing it. Oh, pock. It's real gross looking.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not a fan.
I'm not. I just,
I mean,
I don't know,
are
you
people
should
are
be.
people fans of like toe wounds normally?
Anybody? Anybody a fan? No. No hands going up.
Oh, that's a funny picture.
No one should be a fan of any kind of wound, I think.
Wound fan.
Sometimes, you know those people.
Yeah. Okay, I've drawn a toe pock. What more? What more is there? I could draw more pock, but then that's toe pocks, plural. Could draw more toes with more pocks.
Wait, let me see if
Maybe I'll add some hair. Like a hairy toe. You know, because hair covers a multitude of sins. Maybe look.
Oh, not when it's on a toe.
I'm at the end of the drawing, and it's not.
Well, my drawing's like over
That
too.
looks like a happy toe. Like
It looks
one,
happy.
one eye with a big
From this
smiley
angle.
face.
Oh my
Oh.
god! It does.
Oh, that's-
it's just a happy face.
It makes it so much worse.
It's so much creepier. No way.
Okay, this is my drawing.
Okay, now I'm gonna add hair in such a way that it.
What is that? Oh, what's that? A rock mountain?
No, it's just like a city.
Let's go to Pock.
Yeah.
I'm adding hair in such a way to the toe
Mustache.
that it gives him a mustache.
Oh, it's worse.
See, this way it's a hairy toe with a pockmark. This way,
It's a
happy man with
no
no.
man with a mustache.
Yeah, can't really give.
Why is his toenail
You
so
could
short?
also do the cuticle, and it'll look like teeth
Oh,
or
this is-
the cuticle.
Plus,
This
his
is-
toenail's quite short. It's like way back.
Mhm. Yeah.
We need Sid in the room for more there. Cuticle.
That's
Now he
also
has
teeth.
Teeth.
No, he looks like
Yeah. But like, why is the toenail
an eel.
like? Why is there so much skin
Yeah, no,
past?
exactly.
Like on every side. Like this is the most ingrown toenail I've ever seen.
Can I see your foot?
No. Like, it's not. It's ingrown on all sides.
It's just a condition.
It's in. It's
just-
in the toe.
It's like when you press. You press your foot down real hard. It like
Like,
presses the
like
skin
this
out.
person doesn't have to worry about his toenail falling off because it's just.
He's just
in.
clipped it back too far. You.
Oh, on all sides.
He's got a weird toe. Maybe it's like a pinky toe. Pinky toes are weird.
Yes, they
You know, like Like, I'm sure everyone on Earth has broken their pinky toe so many times. Anytime you kick something with it, it just...
Yeah,
I'm
true.
I'm convinced the reason it hurts so much is because it's just broken. Yeah. And then it heals back just in time for you to break it again the next time.
My dad's was like a triangle. It was a stiff little triangle squish.
If you can have a triangle toe...
It's like stuck in that
this isn't...
Okay, if this is a pinky toe, I'll give you that.
But it doesn't
It
look
is.
like
Yeah, it looks like a big toe.
It looks like the big toe.
Yeah.
Toe... Pock. He only has one eye, though. The other one you just assume is...
Just off street.
Yeah, toe pock. I think this is the greatest thing I could do to honor this town.
Yeah.
Toe pock. Isaac.
The honor of this town. I think
Age 31.
there's no honor in this.
Toe pock. You're welcome,
It's
citizens.
It's an eel.
Citizens of Topop.
Did you show yours yet?
Yeah, I should.
I haven't seen yours yet, so show it to me. That city's name is Pock?
Yeah.
They use Pockmark City.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And you thought mine was
get
gross?
that.
Well, like yours is gross to look at. Mine is gross to think about. It's completely different.
We should
like to look at. Mine's like Dalmatian town. Like that's what it
Oh,
looks
it's like where Cruella de Vil lives. But then you
like,
get close
but then
and
you
it's
think
like,
about it.
there's pock marks. Just like the city had chicken pox and it scratched it,
Mhm.
and it healed poorly.
Yeah.
That's
You don't have to keep showing it. They don't want it.
I love the smiley face.
They don't
though.
wanna have
See,
to-
It looks like
if we
a
didn't
eel.
have if we didn't have our number one fans here, this would be
Some kind of toe with
it would have just been a gross toe, and
Yeah.
it wouldn't have given it a mustache and
Mhm.
teeth. Oh, it's been a wonderful time in Topak. All right, we have to show you something before we leave Topak. This is the first ever official Two Poor Artist gallery.
Mm-hmm.
You can see because it's labeled. It's also a refrigerator, which is the only acceptable gallery. When we get a gallery in our hotel one day, it's just going to be a bunch of refrigerators with pictures on
Yeah.
it, so you can kind of get a little taste today.
It's the proper place
So-
for poor art.
On the front here, we have a lovely collection of a bunch of our art. There's also some, I'm just going to call it fake art that used color, but you know. It's important to note there's more of our art than other art, because that's how it ought to be.
Mm-hmm.
There's even the saggy butt horse has
Yeah.
made an appearance.
I was surprised anyone would want that so close to their food, but
And there's somebody trapped in a frog. It's really unfortunate. Should we take a look at what people eat in Topak while we're here? Yes. Look at all of that. Mm-hmm. You got tomatoes and... Yeah, this is what happens when you invite two poor artists into your house. We open your fridge. Should we go through the cabinets next? No, I think we will sign off from Topak.
I don't.
We're at the elementary school here in Topak.
Why are we?
We have good friends who
We're
went
not
here.
creepy. We're not creepy.
We are not creepy. We're just people who drive through elementary school parking lot.
No, that... Okay, we're in Needles again.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate.
We didn't think we would be taking this route back, but Google told us to.
Yes.
So,
For those of you keeping score at home, that means we are in California for the third time. Yeah.
which was not intentional.
Nope. Not wanted. We're also on historic.
We kind of wanted to go to California once, just so we could say we went to 3 states, but
Google just keeps forcing us back into
Yeah.
this.
like we were planning to just like go in and leave right away,
Uh-huh.
just so we could say it.
Yep. Although I will say this, we're on historic Route 66 at the moment, which just means it's curvier and bumpier and older than the freeway.
Yep. Especially this stretch of road. Like sometimes being on historic Route 66 is cool because you get all the like places you can stop at
Mm-hmm.
because this is where the places are, but not here.
Although
There's
I will,
nothing.
I'll be completely honest. I'm pretty sure, since I've seen the movie Cars a number of times, I'm pretty sure Radiator Springs has got to be up here somewhere, because it just looks like it. Somewhere up ahead, there is a town full of cars that come alive and race for the Piston Cup.
Yep, that's what Disney has taught us.
But we're not going to draw that. We're going to draw needles. Why?
Yep.
Because we're in Needles,
Well,
the
I'm gonna draw
armpit
needles.
of California.
You're going to drive safely while watching
I
the
am
road.
going to drive.
And I'm going to draw needles.
Draw needles.
Yep. One of our fans told us that they call it needles because they didn't know how to spell syringe,
Yeah.
which seems accurate to what we're looking at here.
It's nice to see that everyone in this part of the world has the same opinion of needles as we did.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yep.
It's just a poor, unfortunate town.
Like, if you live in Needles, you probably are a lovely person, but you should probably get out. Just,
should.
I mean, it's not the place for you.
I would highly recommend leaving. That's what we're trying to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm going to draw needles, which, you know, you would think, oh, that's an easy, like, pun thing.
Yeah, because there's, you know, porcupines and
But it's just, I mean,
doctor's office visits,
but do I just want to, like, draw a bunch of different types of needles?
grandmother's sewing cabinets.
Like, I could.
Does your grandmother have a sewing cabinet? No? Some grandmothers have a whole sewing
I don't
room.
think so.
Sometimes you just have a sewing table.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you just have a sewing box. Some people just have a pin cushion that looks like a tomato.
Mm-hmm.
That's all my mom had. Pin cushion that looked like a tomato. And a box of thread. My mother never learned how to sew. My father always did all the sewing in our household growing up.
She had the...
I mean, we didn't call it Dad's sewing box, even though it clearly was Dad's sewing box. It's just not something manly about a man having a sewing box. That's why I keep all of my sewing things in a bag, a satchel. It's not a purse. I don't call it my sewing
Your
purse.
sewing purse
I don't have
that
a
you
sewing
keep?
purse. It's not a sewing purse.
I think you have a sewing purse.
I don't have a sewing purse.
What color is it?
It's off red. Off red.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The manly color of salmon, I guess?
It's lighter.
Oh.
The fact is, it's a satchel. The more important fact is, the road from here to infinity ahead of us is just up and down, up and down, up and down. It's like the world's longest anaconda. Assuming the anaconda was laying on this road that gave it a bumpy form.
So I'm starting with the nose first and the word needles.
There hasn't been enough nose first on this trip, to be honest.
There's never enough nose first.
Not in this world. Although, some people, if they're really skinny, they might enter a room nose first. I think all of us, honestly, if we lean forward a little bit, you'd probably enter a room nose first.
That, I guess, is
I mean,
possible.
like, technically, you probably would enter foot first.
How skinny would you have to be?
Like a really skinny witch with a really long nose.
Because, like, the skinniest person, it's gotta have, like, something. Like a foot.
No,
you know,
like if you stop,
goes first,
if you
then
stop at the
knee.
border of the door, like you stop right at the door frame,
Right.
and you just lean
Yeah, you
in,
just lean a little bit.
nose
Yeah.
first.
Then that's not really based on how...
You might also have to
skinny
pull
they
your
are.
hair back so that you're not doing it hair first. Point is, if you're drawing, it's not this difficult, so you should probably always start with nose first, although you rarely do.
Yeah. This road here at Needles is extra bumpy.
It is quite awful, I'll admit. I don't even know if they can hear us at home. It probably just sounds like we're gargling gravel.
Yeah, just bumps.
Bumps and lumps and bumps and lumps and bumps and lumps.
What is that song? It's the worst. What?
It's not a song.
It's, you made it a song.
I just said a thing.
But why?
Because it describes this road.
Where's the lumps?
Well, it's the big parts. It's lumpy.
It's just disturbing.
Would it be better if I described this road like a woman?
No.
Lots of curves. Like, is that?
Why are those the two options?
I'm just
Why is there not a normal option?
Well, okay. Well, how would you have me describe the road?
Like bumpy's fine. You don't need. And even if you said there's bumps and there's lumps,
It's kind of
like that would still be weird. But you have to seen it.
I would say this road, the best way to describe it is like a camel snake. Because it's long and stretched out, rough because of the scales, but it has humps, like a camel.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if there was a camel snake, it would have like 65 humps. You'd have 65 little mice riding it. Although that would also be disturbing, because every once in a while one would fall off and get eaten by the camel snake.
Oh.
It's a little known fact, by the way, that camel snakes, unlike real camels, actually do keep water in their humps.
I mean, real camels kind of do. Like, it's not just full of water.
It's full
like
of fat.
But it's like fat cells that hold water.
It's like dehydrated fat. Also, here's another thought. If you had a regular snake and it ate, 65 mice, it would look like a camel snake from a distance because it would have lots of little bumps all through it. But it would not, in fact, actually be a camel snake. You can tell it's a camel snake because the mice are on the outside riding on the humps.
Right.
Yeah. This is the kind of landscape in which you find camel snakes.
Is it?
Yeah, they live on roads that look like them. It'd be like you and me living in a house that looked like our face.
Which I would do.
I would do it.
Not because I'm conceited.
No. We're not conceited, we're just artistic.
And that like really it's not even because I would prefer that type of house. It's more just like that feels like something an eccentric person would do.
I think eccentric artists need to keep up appearances, really.
Mm-hmm.
And the best way to keep up an appearance is by emerging from a building of your own face shape.
Yeah.
Like if Elon Musk just lived in a house that looked like Elon Musk, I think people would probably like him more.
Even like a cartoonified version of
Yeah.
that.
I'm okay with that. As long as it's painted black and white.
Yeah. Then it's not art.
Us and Cruella de Vil are the only people who have truly artistic houses. Assuming Cruella de Vil lives in a black and white spotted house.
Yeah.
Which I think she must, right?
I mean, by now. Like, she may have not at first.
What do you mean by now? Like, where has she been all this time?
No, I mean, like, because in the movie and whatever else it's based off of, it's not like she just always loved Dalmatians. She, like, saw the Dalmatians and wanted them.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, her obsession grew as the movie went on.
We're not going to have Dalmatians at our two poor artist houses, though. We're going to have zebras.
Yeah, because
Straight
Dalmatians
lines.
aren't eccentric enough.
Not eccentric enough. Now, if you have, like Salvador, is it Salvador Dali? Is he the one who had an anteater that he would walk?
I mean, it sounds right.
He's like the most eccentric of all the artists. Walking an anteater is just something you do. Us riding our zebras out of our front lawn, though, that's taking it to a beautiful new level.
Mm-hmm.
How's the needles drawing coming?
Oh, it's coming along.
I would look longer, but the Two Poor Artists legal team would like me to keep my eyes on the road.
Yep.
Safety first, children. Safety first.
It is very important to drive.
I'll also point out that safety is important for adults, grandparents, teenagers, middle-aged. Safety first.
If you're breathing, you should have safety.
My seatbelt's doing that thing where it's like, it won't let me live my life.
Yeah?
Okay, there we go. Don't you hate it when your seatbelt tries to strangle you?
I gotta give this lady like a real dress because otherwise she won't look like a lady.
How can you no, she doesn't.
Like her face.
How can you tell she's a lady?
She has a dress. Like
It's so
I made the
straight.
hair so weirdly like old-timey Prince bad.
Oh, it does look like an old-timey prince. London Bridge. It's the best. We're actually not going back by the London Bridge.
No, we're taking a different route home through
No.
Needles, unfortunately.
Yes, the incredibly long town of Needles that we apparently haven't escaped yet.
Yeah, we thought we did.
You can kind of feel it when you're in Needles. You can also smell it. It's quite unfortunate.
Yeah, don't go to Needles. Don't go to most of the places we visited. London Bridge, Lake Havasu, those were good.
It's true. Topak,
Topak,
10 out of 10. Highly recommend.
But Laughlin,
Laughlin.
anywhere in California, just the whole state.
It's funny how Laughlin feels so California and yet is so Nevada.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I am finished with my drawing.
All right, let's see it.
I went a little bit with a pun. So it's a guy. He's got many a needles,
Oh, yeah, look at those.
and he's saying, you know, will you buy some needles? I need less. Get it? Because it's, you know, like
Needles.
If you read the word needles, it's kind of like need less, but like with one less S.
So he's like getting rid of his needles?
Yeah, like, I mean, he's got them in it. He's got like a hair thing that has needles all over it. He's got like a thing with needles all over it.
What is the hair thing? I missed that.
It's like a fro with needles all over it.
I do think we had that exact pincushion, though, in my house growing up.
Yeah, the
My
tomato
mother's
one.
pincushion
Yeah.
that my father used.
Mm-hmm. But my lady, who you can tell is a lady because of the dress, not the face or the hair.
You can usually tell because of the, you know,
The dress.
the way she is.
The lack of Adam's apple.
I mean, that
Like,
helps.
I covered up the Adam's apple with her hair, so you can't tell. Anyway, so I had to draw the dress.
Did give her a terrible princely haircut, though, so it's good you're
Yeah.
clarifying.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's hope we're out of needles very soon.
We can only hope.
That semi-truck says Chima.
Chima.
Chima. It's like Chima. Chima. I don't know if I'm gonna do my chores or not. Slack.
What? Why is he saying Chima? I'm
Like-
not doing it like. That's not something you would say to your mom.
That's why he got slapped. 'Cause
It's like,
it's,
I don't
like-
really feel like doing
well,
it.
it's like Chima.
Well,
You know,
I-
Chima.
No, I get the G-ma.
G-ma.
But it's like, why are you, like, have you ever gone up to your mom, G-ma? I think I'm just not going to do my chores today.
I mean, but if I did, I probably would have gotten slapped.
Mhm.
You know, like that's.
Yeah, I think it's more like, G-ma, I don't really want to go to the formal anymore.
She's like, what do you mean? Your father and I put on this formal every year for the three of us.
why is that the formal he's going to? Why didn't they put it in, like, why is it just three of them?
It's like homeschool formal. Homeschool only child homeschool formal.
Just the worst. This kid, he can't get away with anything.
You know, they're like getting ready. Dad's getting his tux, and mom and daughter. I think it's a daughter. I was thinking it was a daughter, but she's like,
I was
Gee.
picturing a boy, but
gee, Ma, I don't know if I want to go to the formal this year. It's just like the three of them, and there's like a punch bowl downstairs in the living room.
I wouldn't want to go to that formal.
These parents
either.
don't let their kid make friends. Like, they're very protective.
Just the three of them
Yeah.
in a formal.
Gee, Ma, I don't know if I want to.
He's still in the modern age saying, "Gee, ma."
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure that's what this
Yeah, that's
Chima Freight Lines LLC.
Yep, that's what they were
This
thinking.
is the origin. Some only child started this.
Gee, ma.
Gee,
I don't
ma.
really want to work on the freight lines.
Your father and I worked so hard to get you into freight line school. And you give us lip. Chima.
Yep, that's.
Does anybody ever even say Chima? It's like something.
Like,
I feel like if you're saying the word "ma," that's like Little House on the Prairie.
yeah.
Like
or-
Laura Ingalls is like, "Gee, ma, I hope Mr. Edwards doesn't freeze out there in the blizzard." And she's like, "Slap." Not slap. I mean, never mind. They never. Well, there was probably slaps in Little House on the Prairie.
I think they had good, rightful punishment.
Yeah,
not
exactly.
just you said the wrong thing, so I'm slapping you in the
Okay,
face.
so it's like slap. Like, wake up! You're sleepwalking, Laura.
Saying Chiva. Talking about blizzards, there's hasn't been a blizzard in years.
This isn't the big cabin in a little house, their little cabin in the woods. This is Little House on the Prairie. What is it? Little House in the Big Woods? Little House in the White Woods. Little House and the Log Cabin that Lincoln built. It's like a crossover series where they meet Abraham Lincoln.
I also picture the Andy Griffith show with Opie. Like he always said "paw." Because, I mean, he didn't have.
But this
he didn't have a
isn't
paw.
Cheap Haw Freight Lines
Yeah.
LLC.
But he wouldn't have been slapped. He would have been sent to bed.
Yeah.
There's always go to bed, Opie.
I mean, that is honestly one of I would have, as a kid, I think I would have rather been slapped than sent to bed.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, especially in the Andy Griffith, there'd always be like Opie would like say something, and like everyone would laugh, and then it would be go to bed, Opie. Like,
Yeah.
he was just, it was like, oh, your scene's done, child.
Yeah.
Get away. Go.
We
go.
need to move on to the main plot.
Yeah, so go to bed. You had your screen time, your one joke. Go to bed.
Probably like that child that they had on this show only could work for like 15 minutes a day, so they had to only have him in that amount of time.
And they just their excuse every time was go to
Go
bed.
to bed now.
Like if we're at home, the excuse is go to bed. It's middle of the day. It's clearly middle of the day. Go to bed. There's nothing that we can't have you in here any longer.
Gee, Ma.
Go to bed.
Go to bed. How far until the next turn?
It is 6.6 miles.
All right.
6.5 miles.
No, we can't do this again.
Do it again.
No.
6.4 miles.
What? I don't need. This is a long time. It's 6.3
miles.
6.3 miles. That's like 63 more updates before we have to turn.
6.2 miles.
Oh, I'm not doing
But
this.
don't you need to like know 6.1 miles?
I need to know when we get like relatively close.
6.0 miles.
Why'd you have to say 6.0? It's just 6.
What?
You could have saved yourself a 0.0.
5.9 miles. It's just to clarify.
I'm
Extra
To be fair, I don't want any more updates until it's like 0.2.
5.8 miles.
I don't want that either. Put it away.
5.7
Put it down.
miles.
Like I can't escape it, and I can't stop you.
5.6 miles.
But I can save everybody at home. So that's why I'm pretty sure that ballpoint pens were invented by aliens.
Turn here. But that's interesting.
Yeah. The world should know.
They should. So you're going to turn up here in 30 miles?
No.
29.9.
No, we're not doing this again. I'm getting out. You know, I just realized something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really white right here. Like, this is like black and white. Like the perfect artistic colors.
It's true.
Like I'm too tan up here.
Yeah.
Like if I
You need to be
Look
like
at that.
SpongeBob and go get sun bleached.
look at that. Look at how white that is.
Mm-hmm.
It's so noticeable when I wear black. But yeah, I mean if we make like a really long video out of this, then everybody could watch straight through.
Yeah.
But we should also make shorts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because shorts, lots of people watch shorts, so we will for sure make shorts.
You mean like pants, right?
No, they're shorter.
Oh, like shorts.
Yeah, shorts.
But not short shorts.
Of course not.
No.
No. At the knees.
At the knees. I just want it to be known that we didn't film it, but I ate one of the cookies and cream Pop-Tarts earlier, so don't just think that the only thing we're eating is red food. We ate plenty of black and white food.
Yeah, plenty. I'm still wondering though, should I stop at 2 or go till 10?
It's the only options. You eat 2 red vines, you can stop, you can walk away. But if you go past 2, the next off-ramp is at 10.
Yeah, because you're there.
This was
Container
2.
in hand.
This was 2. We still have some red vines, oddly enough.
Yeah, you don't run out of red vines. Have you ever seen an empty container of red vines?
Can't run out.
No.
Like, you can put it away and forget about it.
Like, this is as full as it was when we came, and we've eaten them.
There's no holes in there. There's no empty spaces.
No. Like, it's full. Like, as full as it was. Like, it was never, it was never stuffed full. I don't understand red vines. You buy one container, it's your container for life.
I'm going to 10. Tell the good people where we're going.
Isaac's making us go to the Boys American Legion.
That's right. We hear a rumor there might be tanks out here in the desert. Like, not water tanks or anything like that. Like the military kind.
I was hoping they
Just
were going to be tanks full of ink.
Tanks full of ink.
Yeah, that's
would
what
be
I was
nice.
hoping. But
maybe they're
apparently
tanks
not.
that shoot ink.
See, that would be worth it.
Yeah.
I mean, even if it was a regular tank, if we were allowed to shoot them, this would be great.
We could stick a bottle of ink in it.
Or like a whole container, like a big old giant bottle container of ink.
Yeah. You just stick a bunch of ballpoint pens in it. I bet it would shoot it like a, like knives, like
the ultimate
in the eye.
weapon.
Like, oh no, I'm in Pirates of the Caribbean. Except it's not a fork.
Could
it's
you
an eye.
imagine the art a
Or
tank would make?
A pen.
We were talking about elephants painting before, but
Yeah. But tank painting. There's also a chance that this place we're driving is just a militia that we're accidentally going to join.
Yeah.
In which case, at least we've already got the berets.
If we come back on here as the 2-4 militias,
Then
just
you'll
know.
That'd be the 2 poor militias, unless we're each forming a separate militia.
Well, we could. What is it, like militant? What's
Militians?
What's like a member of a militia?
A militian.
2-4 militias?
I don't know. It sounds better than militias. If we have 2 militias, it sounds like we're gonna fight each other.
I would do that. That'd be fun. Like we each get our own militia, go to war.
Does your militia consist of you and my militia consists of me?
They could.
I call the tank. I think every militia needs a good artist.
I think if we go up to this militia dressed like this, we'll just be rightfully shot.
Yeah, I mean, if you look this dorky, that's right.
Yeah.
Like, it's the good and proper thing to do, right?
Like, they would rather a spy in their ranks than us approaching their front door.
Of course, because pocket protectors are not allowed in any militia.
No,
Yeah.
it's strictly banned.
It's spelled B-O-U-S-E.
Yeah, so I mean,
Bouse?
boys is what I think.
Bouse?
Because like the E changes the.
Changes the O.
Why would it change the O?
Bose.
You're skipping over 2 letters then. It has to change the E.
Bouse.
Yeah, maybe it's like
Boise.
Boise.
Boise. No, that's the capital. That's a city.
No, that's with an I.
Yeah.
This is a U. So it's Boise.
So it's Boise.
It's like someone was trying to spell.
Boise.
I'm just gonna say boys. Because the Boys American Legion sounds better.
Bouse.
Boys.
At least they might have tanks. beautiful.
The most amazing sight I've ever seen.
So many tanks. And now it's time for everybody's favorite road trip song. Are you ready, Benj?
I am.
1,000 bottles of ink on the wall, 1,000 bottles of ink. Take one down, dip your pens. 999 bottles of ink on the wall, 998 bottles of ink on the wall, 999 bottles of ink. Take one down, dip your pens. 998 bottles of ink on the wall, 998 bottles of ink on the wall, 998 bottles of ink. Take one down, dip your pens. 997 bottles of ink on the wall, 997 bottles of ink on the wall, 997 bottles of ink. Take one down, dip your pens. 996 bottles of ink on the wall. That's probably enough.
Yeah.
563 bottles of ink on the wall. 563 bottles of ink. Take one down, pass it around, ink. 562 bottles of ink on the wall. 562 bottles of ink on the wall. 562 bottles of ink. Take one down, pens. 661 bottles of ink on the wall. 560 bottles of ink on the wall. 560 bottles of ink. Take one down, dip your pens. 559 bottles of ink on the wall.
I wouldn't mind just stopping somewhere eventually. I haven't used a bathroom since the hotel this morning.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't mind either. Although I spent my younger years stretching out my bladder.
Yeah, I've drank it. Like, don't think dehydrated. I've drinking a lot this whole trip. Like, I had a bunch of drinks at Denny's this morning, drinks at Carla's house.
I had like 5 things at Carla's house.
Yeah.
Where did it all go?
All I know is my pastor, when I was younger, in like junior high or whatever, my pastor one time told me that your bladder doesn't grow after you turn 18. So if you want to stretch it, you got to stretch it when you're young. So I spent my younger years making sure that by now I could go all day without using the bathroom, no matter how much I drank.
Is that true?
Yep. This is a real life binge fact.
I mean, if a pastor said it.
Oh, you mean the once you turn 18, your bladder doesn't stretch anymore?
Oh,
Fact?
yeah, that.
The thing where I heard that did it.
Oh, you
was
heard
true.
it. You hearing it was true.
The hearing it, I really don't think. Like, maybe it is. But like, what happens at 18 that your bladder just like, I'm not gonna stretch anymore?
Does all of you stop? Because the rest of you doesn't stop at 18.
No,
Your
not
brain's still
necessarily.
growing.
Yeah.
Like, some people are still getting taller then, but your bladder
Yeah.
just stops.
For guys, you can kind of expect to like 25 to still be like growing and stuff.
Why does the body turn off the bladder switch
Yeah, I don't
then?
know. And it's not even that it stops growing; it won't stretch anymore.
It won't,
Like,
it loses all
it loses
elasticity.
elasticity. Yeah, whatever size it was, that's what size it will be.
That's
And then you hear about like
interesting.
old men always having to pee all the time.
It's because they didn't stretch their
didn't
bladders
stretch
when
it.
they were younger.
And then it must shrink at some point. But like they didn't even stretch it, so they didn't even have normal size or large size bladder yet.
So children and teenagers under the age of 18,
Do it now.
start stretching.
Stretch that
Stretching
bladder.
is good.
Yeah, but like be careful of your kidneys.
And do what our pastor says.
So, I just want another PSA. Look at my leg. I have been burnt well. Don't be burnt well. Wear sunscreen.
Wear sunscreen, everybody.
Bathroom.
We don't want to become one of those like bathroom vloggers, but
Yeah, I don't even want to be in this.
yeah, well, you are. You're here, and we're acknowledging this. Look at. I'm not particularly like I'm not short.
No,
I'm not
no.
bench height though.
He is short.
Bench can see over all bathroom stalls, so watch out. But I'm not particularly like I'm used to not being able to peer completely over one. Like this is shoulder. These are like the kind of like shoulder height. These are the kind of bathrooms you have nightmares about.
Like, who's using that? Not anybody. Nobody should. People have nightmares about bathrooms. This bathroom. I'm gonna have nightmares tonight about having to use the bathroom and being like, but it's that tall, and at least you can't peer through the edges, but you can peer right over the top. It's just terrible. Whoever's doing this, you need to rethink your life as an architect. This isn't quite as tragic as the bathroom situation, but look at how sad it is that they lock their vending machines up. We've reached vending machine jail. That's where we're at in the world. Your vending machine's got to be locked up. They stick them out here at the Burnt Well rest stop.
Which makes me wonder what they did wrong.
Yeah, right? Like, what did they do? Why are they in prison? Just in case you're wondering what the rest stop rules were, here you go.
If you could read them mirror imaged.
Yeah, you know. Just know that rule number 4 is you have to use water wisely here. Like,
Yeah.
you might not even be using it, but you have to use it wisely
You'll get
here.
kicked off the ground.
Yeah, they
if
will
it's
come and
unwise
just
water
arrest
usage.
you behind if you are not using water wisely. Also, you can't unload any livestock.
Yeah.
It's really a shame. I don't know if we have enough videos at this rest stop yet, so I figured I'd do one more and throw away my Dr. Pepper. Yes, you'll notice there's still some in it. I'm going to drink it first. All right, now that that's been taken care of, time to throw it away. Yes, that's right, children. Don't litter and wear sunscreen. So we're on our way to Goodyear, Arizona, trekking the long voyage back home through the desert on a horse with no name. But along the way,
You never named your horse?
I don't name my horse.
Okay.
Bad luck.
I see.
Yep. Anyway, on the way back home, we were obviously thinking, you know, it's past dinner time at this point. But do we really, where do we want to stop, right? We've got Tonopah up ahead. In Tonopah, there is a Subway. That is the only restaurant in Tonopah. You go a little bit past that, you get to Buckeye. In Buckeye, there is only a Subway. If you go a little bit past Buckeye, you get to Goodyear. And in Goodyear, there is a Subway. There's also some other options. But it got us thinking.
I think there might be a Taco Bell in Buckeye too.
Buckeye has a Taco Bell also?
Yeah, but it's like.
But like, what's
Subway.
with Subway, right? Like, the Subway people must be onto something.
Yeah.
Like,
Because it's like by the time we get to a McDonald's, like you think of McDonald's is everywhere.
yeah, exactly.
Right? There is 3 Subways before we see a McDonald's.
Yeah, so like the Subway people have got it planned out, right? Because if you're hungry and you're like, we should stop, right? You pull up the first town, you're like, there's only a Subway. We don't really want Subway, but we do want to eat. So you just keep
You
driving.
just keep driving.
Because it's just Subway. By the time you get to the next town, though, and you're like, what? There's still just Subway?
Yeah, it's just Subway.
You eat at Subway.
Yeah, because you're like, I'm just so hungry now.
And if you somehow make it past that one, you make it to the 3rd spot, you just eat at Subway because you've already been like subliminally messaged
You're
that
like,
you should eat at
well,
Subway.
you know what? Actually, Subway sounds good.
Yeah, like you've had time to think about it, right? And
like you've
come to the
smelled it
conclusion.
now 3 times, and
Exactly right, because that's the other thing Subway does. Good psychological warfare. They're very good at, you know, the smell game. They get you to, get you in.
I've heard
bread.
that they purposefully buy like slightly broken ovens because there's like rules about how you like, you know, filter out the smoke and stuff.
Of course.
But if you filter it out too much, then you don't get the smell. So they buy like purposefully slightly broken, like older, like oven filter things, so that you smell the bread more.
I mean, it makes sense to me.
And they like position the oven to be like where you would smell it from the road.
Now, before you all run out and just go get Subway wherever you are, because that's probably what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Let me just subliminally message you a little bit more by drawing Subway. See how that goes? We're not going to eat at Subway, I don't think. We might be able to resist, although
I mean, we'll find out.
We are 3 towns back.
We're about to pass the first Subway, and it's already after supper time.
I can already smell it just a little bit.
And then we're going to get to the second one. Can we resist?
Probably not.
I mean, I'm getting pretty hungry now.
It's true. But I'm going to draw it.
Oh, here it is.
Oh,
Subway.
yeah. There is a Subway.
The only option for food.
Only option, right? You could camp and you can get Subway. That's the only thing that sign says. Yeah. But we're resisting.
Drive
Never
on,
discouraged.
Benj.
I will drive on
Drive on.
as I look upon the food that we're passing up. I will drive on.
Good man.
Like, and I like Subway. I mean,
I'm not hating on
one
Subway.
it's one of those things where I don't particularly like to like buy sandwiches.
You can make a pretty decent sandwich at home,
You can
right?
make a pretty good sandwich at home, or you can like go to Walmart or somewhere and buy those like pre-made sandwiches that are like they're worse than Subway.
But I do like
they're
getting
also
Subway every once in a
cheaper.
while, right? Like
Yeah.
you go on a hike, you kind of want a
Mhm.
sandwich, you get
Yeah.
Subway, right? 'Cause
But
it's-
and it's like, as far as sandwiches go, like they're good.
yeah, it's true.
But-
You go to Payson, you go to Horton Creek. We're about to go to Horton Creek, but first we stop at Subway. Why? Because Subway's open. Also, Subway's on the way to Horton Creek. What do? We get subs. We get them in a bag. They come in their own bags. You then put those bags in your backpack where they will be squished for the next hour and 42 minutes, and you hike up to the trail. And when you get there, you have a slightly squished, slightly warm Subway sandwich.
You say that like it's a normal thing. I've never done that before.
I've done that so many times.
Okay.
Point is, I'm drawing Subway.
Yeah. And like, yeah, like I like Subway sandwiches and I like sandwiches, but I also say I can make sandwiches at home. I also don't make sandwiches at home.
Yeah, don't.
Because if I'm at home, I'm gonna make something I like more
Mm-hmm.
than sandwiches. So really, how much do I
There's
like
a motorcycle
sandwiches?
going about 600 miles an hour.
Mhm, that's what it seemed like to me. It's definitely making me look like I'm not moving at all, and I'm going like 70.
The Too Poor legal team would like us to advise you, or not advise you necessarily, but inform you that the speed limit is exactly 70, which we are traveling.
Mm-hmm. And that motorcycle was not. Don't be that motorcycle.
Yeah, that motorcycle's
Oh.
legal team. Oh, did
Cruise
the
control turned off.
Yeah.
Because apparently the car thinks I was near something. There's nothing.
Yeah, nothing. Not even a
Like that
motorcycle.
motorcycle's been gone for a while now. It wasn't that. That's for sure. Now I have to like think about keeping speed. Can't just let the car do it for me. I'm gonna get over. I was not in this lane because the road was worse and it was sounding bumpy. But I like to drive in the right lane because I go the speed limit. And when you're like on these like highways with motorcycles going 800 miles per hour,
I clocked it at 6, but okay.
you don't really want them to have to swerve around you.
Now, although I will say the right lane on this freeway, on the 10, is just significantly bumpier.
Yeah, probably because all the semi trucks drive on it. But this stretch of it's pretty nice. This isn't
Not bad.
So we'll drive on this while Isaac destroys Subway.
So here we are so far. We've got a nice Subway sandwich with a door, as you do.
Ah,
What do you get on your Subway sandwich?
last time I went to Subway, they had like some garlic aioli that you could
Garlic
get on
aioli
it.
is a must.
That was great. And then I sometimes will also get mayonnaise on it, but that's kind of doubling up at that point. I definitely get like lettuce and tomatoes and onions. And then I usually just get like the 3 meat thing, like the Italian, but like the cold cut or whatever. 3.
How do you
whatever
feel about
it
the
is.
Subway meatball sub?
Oh, I never get that.
No?
Like, to me, it's just like, you don't go to Subway for something like that.
That was like my go-to sub growing up.
Yeah, but they're just not good meatballs, and it's not good marinara sauce.
I think the last time I got one, I got a meatball that had clearly been like, marinating in the saucepan under the heat lamp for like the entire day.
Yeah.
And it was hard.
Mhm.
It was like biting
Yeah.
into a golf ball.
Like, if you really don't like sandwiches and you want something warm, it's not bad. Like, it's like, I mean,
No.
Subway doesn't serve bad food, but like, it's their worst thing. Like, you go to Subway because you want a fresh sandwich. And if you want something like a meatball sub, go somewhere else. Like, go get a pizza. Just go get a pizza. It's going to
True.
be better and cheaper than going to Subway.
It is true.
You can go to Little Caesars, get a whole sausage pizza for like $6 now. They keep going up in price. Everything goes up
Yeah,
in price.
but like Subway,
But-
Subway's kind of a slap in the face because Subway's whole advertising campaign for years was like the jingle and everything for $5 footlongs.
Mhm.
And then $5 footlongs suddenly became $10 or $12 footlongs. And you're like, I can't
Mhm.
forget.
Yeah.
You were too good with your advertising.
I remember the jingle, and you can't sing, $10 footlong. It's just not the same.
It isn't.
Although I will say, Little Caesars is very similar to that, because there's always like the $5 hot and ready, and that was like their marketing thing, and it was like that for multiple years. Like they must have been at a loss for a little bit of time when it was still $5, but now it's like $6.50 or something. And you're like, that it's not even a round number anymore.
No, it's not.
It's probably more than that now.
The thing is,
Everything's going up in price.
we didn't get Subway. We're not getting Subway. Why? Because we're not going hiking.
Well, we didn't get Subway
Not in Tonopah.
here.
Goodyear and Buckeye are going to be two more tests of our will.
Mm-hmm.
Just like your will is probably being tested, still watching us on the Two Poor
Yeah.
Artists road trip.
Yeah, like how many hours into the video is this? Like we haven't done editing yet. Maybe we're only 10 minutes into the video and we just edited everything out. But this is
But since you are still here, you might as well look at. Oh, look, we have lights.
oh.
You might as well look at my drawing that I am now going to push out of the light. So here we have Mr. Swiss Cheese. What is he doing? He's waiting. Oh, I forgot a line. Hang on. Now it makes sense. He's waiting to get on the Subway. What is the Subway? Well, it is a Subway sandwich, of course. And it's missing, you guessed it, cheese. I don't believe in getting a sandwich without cheese. I think it's against my religion.
Oh yeah, I didn't even mention cheese.
Yeah.
Like that's just default. Like
If you have meat, there should be cheese on a sandwich.
if the
And if there's not meat on the sandwich, you shouldn't be eating the sandwich.
well, but even if there's not meat, like a grilled cheese sandwich, like cheese should be the first thing,
Yeah, exactly, right?
and then everything else.
See, that's the thing. I will take it back. Grilled cheese is the one exception to the meat rule.
Yeah, because it's cheese. Like cheese is
Yeah.
the number one.
That's exactly right. I think I see Buckeye. Pray for us. Although this has already happened. So,
Prayers.
you could pray for us in general.
Yeah.
Just throw one out there. Maybe we'll get better at art. Maybe we'll stop.
Food, Subway only.
Yeah, look at that. Look at Subway only. You know you're getting hungry for one though, huh? You're thinking about it. You're thinking about your order. Well, let me tell you before we, end up at Buckeye or wherever we're Goodyear. I'll tell you what you do. You go down to Walmart. You get yourself a can of bread. That's right. I said a can of bread. Try not to hit the semi-truck.
Where am I getting off to eat?
I don't know. You won't let me look at the phone.
Like, are we
A can of
actually
bread.
getting off it here?
No, we're not getting off here. We're not getting Subway. See? He's giving in. Don't give in. Maybe that thing is happening that our parents always told us when we were growing up. I turned on a light and we're all freaking out. Your parents ever do this? They ever tell you don't turn on the light or we're going to crash? Like that.
See, I've never understood that. I drive a bus, and I have all the lights on
Oh,
in
so
the
you're
bus
fine.
always.
Although I think, anyway.
Like, I see better when there's more lights. Isn't that how humans work? Isn't that
I
how
think
the
it is,
eyes
but my
work?
parents, and you turn on a light in the back seat, it was like the end of the world was started. Anyway, back to our recipe time. Go to Walmart and get yourself a can of bread. That's right, I said a can of bread. Then you go down to the deli. You ask them to slice salami thin, like you're doing salami rolls. If it's too thick, you can have them adjusted. Trick is, if you have them adjusted 3 times, they'll keep handing you a sample piece to see if it's the right thickness, and you get three pieces of salami, as long as you have a good butcher. Butcher? The butcher? Deli worker.
Slicers?
Slicer, as long as you have a good slicer. Then you go, not to the deli, you only get salami there. You go to the the refrigerated section where you get packs of Oscar Mayer honey smoked turkey. That's right, I said honey smoked turkey. Then what do? You get whatever cheese is on sale. It might be Sargento, it might not. I'll let you pick the cheese. Provolone, pepper jack, cheddar. It's entirely up to you. Then you get any other goodies that you want. Shredded lettuce, black olives, tomatoes if you're that kind of person. Don't get pickles or else your parents won't love you. Then you move on. You get mayonnaise, garlic, pepper, and a little bit of scallion. You're going to mix those together to make yourself a delightful garlic aioli at home. Then go home, crack the can of bread, bake it, slice it, assemble it. You've just saved yourself.
You forgot the mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise is, well, that's what the aioli's for. Mayonnaise, garlic, scallion, all of it.
Yeah, but you didn't say mayonnaise in your...
You're going to assemble an aioli. If you don't know, look up a recipe. The point is, it's probably going to be 4 times the price of Subway if you have to buy all of those things.
Mhm.
But
But
you'll
you
get
can
like
make 4
at least
times.
5 sandwiches out of it. So really, you're saving money.
Or, better yet, go and get the canned bread, but this time, get the croissant stuff.
It's crescent. They can't call it croissants. Have you ever noticed that? They call it crescent rolls because they'll get sued by France if they call it croissants.
Okay, then you get the crescent rolls. Go get some pepperonis, get some mozzarella.
Ooh, pepperoni
Roll
rolls.
those up. Eat some pepperoni rolls.
Quite delightful.
Super fast, super good sandwich.
This has been Cooking with the Two Poor Artists. See you in Goodyear. So, we're going to Subway.
We gave it.
Oh yeah. I get some lettuce and just a little bit of onion, a bunch of black peppers. Or I'm sorry, not black olives. A bunch of black olives. Silly me. Can I get some more black olives actually? And then can I get some garlic aioli and some honey mustard? That's great, thank you.
We're both really disappointed that Subway doesn't have crowns like Burger King did. So, we just gotta make do with what we got. Not as great. Subway, you need to up your crown game.
Four bottles of ink on the wall. 4 bottles of ink. Take it down. Dip in the pens. 4 bottles of ink. Three bottles of ink on the wall. 3 bottles of ink on the wall. 3 bottles of ink. Take one down, dip your pens. 2 bottles of ink on the wall. 2 bottles of ink on the wall. 2 bottles of ink. Take one down, dip your pens. 1 bottle of ink on the wall. 1 bottle of ink on the wall. 1 bottle of ink. Take one down, dip your pens. No more bottles of ink on the wall.
Wait, we're done.
We finished
We did
it.
We did it. So, like, how many people are at this party where we're dipping bottles, dipping in the ink bottle?
True. The party, the Two Poor Party Planner team, Two Poor Artist Party Planning.
Oh, the party planning committee.
Yeah, they were asking us like,
Yeah, like how many bottles? Like,
Yeah.
because here's the
They-
thing: if
they
you
sent
take a
us
bottle
an
of ink
email.
off the wall
Mm-hmm.
and we all dip,
1 pen,
and then we all write,
Yeah.
draw,
Mhm.
do art,
and this is
and then that bottle is gone.
Each person wants to do 1,000 drawings.
Yeah, of course.
because there's 1,000 bottles of ink.
Why else would we sing it that way?
Yeah, and each person only wants to dip their pen in like 1 time.
Yeah, one time per bottle.
Yeah, because otherwise it's too much.
So would the party planning committee figure out?
Well, after crunching the numbers, they had to get the math team involved.
Of course, the Two Poor math team.
Yeah, I believe they found out that we would need about 500 members at this party.
500. We're all dipping our pens.
Yeah, we're all different.
We're all
pens.
drawing.
We're all drawing 1,000 drawings each. So we'll need 1,000 reams of paper.
It's gonna be a big party. So as we near the end of this journey, we're going to do the one thing that somebody suggested we actually do on this road trip, which is respond to comments. Because you guys send in a lot of comments, and we love them. We've responded to every comment we've ever received on the Two Poor Artists YouTube channel as of this date. And yeah, it's time we do that again.
Yep.
All right, so somebody watched our President's Day video.
Well, that's
macaroon and cheese.
He's a common responder.
He is a common responder. It's like a first responder, except not as heroic.
Yeah.
He says, Mr. President, is the moon big? Mumbo jumbo. Poor Midcraft Season 8.
So here's the thing.
We have
that
no idea.
You guys don't know. So like this is an old video, but even if this was a video like from last week, we don't usually remember what we say.
We don't remember what we say at least 5 minutes after the video, because we'll go back and edit the video that we just recorded and crack up because we don't remember what we just said.
When we record these videos, we kind of like go into
it's like art
like
hyper focus.
Yeah, and we just talk and draw.
It's just pure artistic creation.
And then immediately afterwards, it's as if it never happened.
So he says, Mr. President, is the moon big? I'll just say, well.
So what you drew
the president.
So you drew in this video, and see, I actually remember what we drew, because on the fridge of our #1 fan, she had these two drawings on her fridge.
Did she?
So you drew a guy denting a car, and you did the pun President Dents
Day. That's right.
And I drew like a turtle, like a President Turtle. And there was like
I remember
a disaster. Like someone was coming in being like, the moon's falling or something, maybe. I don't remember what the disaster was. Yeah. And then he's like, I'm just a turtle or something like that. Like that was the joke. So he might be referring to my drawing. But
I'm just gonna say, well, we aren't the president, but it's basically big.
Yeah, okay.
And made
of cheese.
Of Wisconsin cheese.
Yes. From Wisconsin. They made the moon. Wisconsin did.
You want me to say made of Wisconsin cheese from Wisconsin?
Yeah.
Just in case it wasn't clear the first time, the Wisconsin cheese comes from Wisconsin. And send. All right. Our next comment comes from eDogs Random, and he just said on our last live stream, he just said, I missed the live stream.
Yeah. I mean, when did he comment that? How many days ago?
13 days ago.
He is when he commented it?
Looks like it.
When did we post that?
You are late, sir. Not as late as some, but still late. Lateness is next to artliness, and artliness is a thing we are never late for.
So we're never late to lateliness.
It's sent, and we don't need to overthink it.
Okay.
All right, now we're moving forward a little bit to 4th of July. I actually remember this video a little bit better.
Yeah.
Macaroon and Cheese yet again says, as soon as Benj said...
He's one of our common repliers.
He is one of our common repliers. As soon as Benj said, it said prison in bubble text, I knew exactly what the drawing was going. Where the drawing was going.
Yep, see, he watches our videos. He knows.
I like how people talk to text your name, and it comes off not as Benj, but as Binge. It says, guess Binge watching... Oh, wait, no.
He's actually saying
Binge. See, this is the thing. When I talk to text your name, it's almost always Bench or Binge. But he says, guess Binge watching the older videos is already paying off. Oh, and of course, sock puppet Mr. Murica has to make a glorious return as well, as is tradition. But this time, Prisoner Joe isn't on it. Perhaps he's off doing even freer things, like buying fireworks and grilling sausages and becoming just as buff as Mr. Murica. First of all, you can't become as buff as Mr. Murica.
No.
Nor as free.
It's impossible to be as free or as buff. But he could be working out and getting more free.
I'm going to say, great job for catching up on old videos, and also sorry. Because if you've ever gone back and watched any of our really old videos before we had microphones that didn't hate us,
make your ears bleed.
Make your ears bleed. Yeah. That's what it does. It really does. They're hard to watch. Like we don't recommend watching them. We don't watch them. I'll just say no one except Murica Murica Hulk. Yeah, Murica Hulk.
Mhm.
It's hyphenated.
Yeah.
Ever expect to be as buff as Mr. Murica? And I'm pretty sure Murica Hulk is just if Mr. Murica becomes the Hulk.
Right, yeah. Like, if he gets mad. Like, if someone tries to take away someone's freedom.
Yeah. Well, what do we say to Jamie?
Yes.
Indeed.
Indubitably. Madam?
Indubitably. Yeah, I have to try to spell indubitably. Indubitably, madam. Pip.
The doodly doo.
And doodly do. That's the most American thing you could say.
Mm-hmm. I heard it from Drake and Josh
Yeah,
themselves.
they're American. I've been waiting for this comment. I'm into Burning Witches and I'd still watch Southern Harry Potter. Then you are just the kind of person we'd like to pitch our new show idea to. Do you have $1 million? So here we go. Let's respond to some comments from we released a video, which I'm sure you've all seen by now, of a mic check for this road trip.
Yep.
We received many comments. Space Hamster 123. Wow, your spaceship looks durable. I hope it can withstand the harsh conditions you're about to encounter.
Well, we're near the end of the trip now, and so far it's held up. What are we gonna?
It even survived donkeys. Space Guy of the Multiverse 1411 says, a face reveal? Gasps.
You would think that in one of the other multiverses we would have done a face reveal before.
It's true.
Also, we don't talk about that other video.
Yes, it is quite a shame. You're welcome to watch this video with your eyes closed. No one really wants to see our faces.
Like, you could assume we're handsome
Yeah, exactly.
until we do a face reveal.
Just look at this. It's not what you were hoping for. What brave men, Final Dragon 2648 says. Not only brave, but handsome.
Oh,
See, this goes against the entire last comment.
yeah.
This is where we hope that people don't read the replies we put to other comments. Because in one, we say, we just hope you don't watch this video, honestly. Not only brave, but handsome. There we go. It's nice to lie in the comments.
Mm-hmm. We do that.
You know what? I'm seeing a trend here. Space Hamster 123, Space Guy of the Multiverse 1411, Final Dragon 264, and Ethan Tyler 8137. These are the only people who have numbers in their name. I bet these are all the same guy. Macaron and cheese, yet again. I hope you guys are well stocked on your Reese's peanut butter Reese's peanut butter lovers for this trip.
Oh, he's seen it. He knows the dark lore.
So you've seen that video, have you? Please submit your therapy bill to our email. Yeah, I don't watch that video. I don't even acknowledge that video.
Do not look up Two Poor Artists, Peanut Butter Lovers, Reese's.
It's not for the faint of heart. Studio Sid 510 says, they look just like their self-portraits. Amazing. Stay safe on your road trip. I hear the people in that area are feral. We're pretty sure that Benji's nose is bigger than in his drawing. And Isaac's eyebrow isn't permanently raised. But other than that, spot on. You know how I drew that? Not like day one, I drew my self-portrait with my eyebrow permanently raised. And now I imagine that's just what everybody thinks I look like all the time. So,
Can you raise one eyebrow?
can. Sort of. Not as well as some. Carla commented, of course. She just said, yay, it's happening.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just say, yay, it happened.
Yes.
You know, this is like,
Yeah,
you know, it happened earlier today.
We just visited her.
Madison Tyler. I can't believe it. We finally get to see the faces behind the poor art. Yes, now everybody will know who to throw tomatoes at when we're in public.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're all for that kind of punishment,
Yeah.
like in ye old medieval times.
It's
Tomato throwing.
fully due. Please. Also, we're running low on tomatoes.
Oh, I think that's enough comments for now. We're coming to the end of our trip, and we have one more major stop planned. You know, we're all about tying up loose ends, so if you just stick with us a little longer, you won't be disappointed. Well, I mean,
No, I mean, you will.
you'll still be disappointed. You won't be more disappointed?
Like, there will be closure, but it will be like disappointing.
Disappointing closure is coming. That's right, everybody. We're back at Bevmo, where this whole journey began, looking for our favorite water. We hear a good rumor that they have it in stock.
This is a different Bevmo to be.
Yeah, that's true. This is a different Bevmo. We went way out of our way because we think they have it. Let's go find out. They have it. That's right, everybody. The only water approved by the Two Poor Artists for consumption is black water. That's BLK black water. The color of ink. It comes in regular and dirty lemonade flavor. We're just gonna get the regular, and then we can show you how to make the famous Two Poor Artists mocktail. No, we're doing it just for the joy of making art.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Yep.
You know, I could see that catching on though.
Yeah, no, thanks, man. Thanks.
We have a couple people
We're-
that enjoy watching.
we're pretty
it.
happy with it.
Yeah, no, I could see how people be like, these dudes are crazy.
Yeah, would you believe we just drove 5.5 hours to go meet one of our fans and bring him
is
some
that
art?
right?
Yeah, no, that's what we've been doing the last 2 days. We drove up to Nevada. Bevmo cashier made everything we've been doing the last 2 days seem legit.
Yep.
Like he was so into this. He was so encouraging.
Yeah, and it definitely wasn't because his job is to be nice to us.
Yeah, no, not at all. No, he was a good guy. He was a good guy. He's like, I could totally see poor art catching on. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
he
this
took a business card.
that guy
told him to check
was
us out.
a great man.
Said our level of subscribers is impressive.
Yeah,
even.
right. Like he loved the berets. I think. Asked about them. Didn't even mention the pocket protectors because nobody should do that. But let's make our drink. It's sweet. So we are back here in Bevmo with Ben, our amazing cashier, and we're gonna make our signature drink, which, believe it or not, is just white Gatorade mixed with black water. So we're gonna get this going. Ben, do you want to mix it up? Ben here just subscribed. He became number 125 on our channel.
125.
He believes in us. And he is the absolute expert here. He's going to help us mix this up.
Tell me where to stop.
All right.
Good, and then we can do the other one.
All right.
Here, save a little bit.
That's really good.
Okay.
All right. Here, we'll mix these up. Yeah, doesn't that look delicious? All right. Let's drink it down.
The pure flavors of white and black.
All right. Thanks, Ben. It's been awesome. Well, that's all she wrote.
Is that how we're ending it? Farewell, my fair lady.
Adieu, adieu. Parting is such sweet sorrow. Goodbye, farewell, advitas, and good night. Adieu, adieu to you and you and you.
Goodbye.
We won't get any better, but we'll keep on drawing.
And driving, I guess.
See you next time.
dirt in our hands, road trip stories etched in sand, delivered a book to our #1 fan. Every mile another sketch, endless lanes, ink on paper capturing pain. Dinner and drinks, roadside dive, living a life, long drive strive. Long drive strive. #1 fan. #1 fan.
What? You're still here? Go to bed. Hope you enjoyed the Two Poor Artists road trip.